Stand to my chorus and welcome to another Wednesday stream of RogueTech as we can resume the campaigns of Apollo's Vipers. Hello everybody in chat, hello Rekgar, hello Sprogue, Dream Mag, Mr. T405, yes indeed, Sarah Connor does kill Terminators as has been known since, what, 1980 something? But yeah, don't know about what's going on with the ads, but hey, hope they were interesting and fun for you. Alrighty, so last time we were here we built 3 brand new mechs. And we're in a little bit of debt because of it, and we currently have no more ammunition, so we kind of need to resolve that problem, so we're taking a destroy base mission for mostly cash. It pains me to do it, but every so often you actually do need to pay the Pied Piper, and it is 2 days before the end of the month, so we're taking a somewhat lower level difficulty mission. However, in order to make sure that it's still going to be a fun battle for us, well, we're only going to be dropping a single star, so with that in mind, thank you Rekgar for the subscription, yes indeed. Let's get this party started. Rekgar has a resub for 2 months. Thank you very much. That means you are with the first group of people who ever did it. So very happy to have you along for the ride. So we're dropping a single star instead of our normal 8, but it looks like we're probably going to have to end up reloading because it looks like, maybe not actually, because they might be able to go up there. But this river may end up being a problem. Game, why you do this? Let's see if we can actually cross this river and find out what's going on. Hello, Drixum. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could join us for this one. Hopefully we're going to be able to actually get off this mountain, and I totally lost my train of thought because of this. But with any luck, we're not going to be stuck. No promises, though. We're going to have to find that out as things go on. But yeah, it's only a 2-skull mission. I figured we may as well have a little bit of fun with it, and we're only dropping with 5 mechs, the proper clan star, rather than the odd-shaped 8 number of mechs, which, hey, maybe it'll work out okay. Okay, so I doubt I can actually get up over on that side of the river without doing something crazy. So we're just going to bounce over here, see if we can't get a little bit more of a line of sight. The goal is to destroy the base. We are, of course, fighting Clan Jade Falcon just to make things a little bit more enjoyable and fun, and give us a chance of having to steal Clan Jade Falcon mechs. Especially after the big battle we did over for Howl's Heroes against Clan Wolf. I kind of want to fight a few more clan mechs just in order to see how much fun we can have with it. Alright, game, what the hell? Seriously, game? This is what you're going to do to me. Oh, way to begin the day. Find the lowlands, so it seems. Right, so we're just going to run along the river's edge, see if we can actually find an edge of this river, because this is some bull. This is for cash. Yes, it is indeed. We are looking to hopefully make about 1 million-ish C-bills. And one of the reasons why we ended up not taking the entire company was because, well, that would cost us like 200,000 C-bills in drop costs alone. I kind of wanted to save just a little bit so we could keep things going. Paying off a trip to Europe, so paying to subscribe and watching a game is worth... Oh, that's no problem, Mr. T45. No, only subscribe if you've got the means and the will. There's nothing wrong with not subscribing, as long as you're following, you're sharing, and you're having a good time. That's really the only thing that we care about right now. So let other people go on about, oh, you must subscribe to my content. The only thing that it's going to limit you is you don't get certain emojis, but hey, you can use those emojis when you're in the Discord, so it's fun. At least I think you can. Can you? Maybe not. But yeah, don't worry about it. It's great. The fact that you're here alone is more than enough for me. I enjoy the people to hang around with and have a good time and chat with as we hopefully find the end to this bloody river. The game is going to make me travel probably somewhere up here before... on the bright side, we do actually need to travel along the path of this river, so it's really not that much of an inconvenience. We're just sort of running through the river valley. Yeah, for cash, but the Jade Falcon Talons are amazing. I actually gave up a couple of potential Talons in... what's Thursday's mission. I have that one recorded up, and let me just say that Thursday's mission ended up destroying 2 mechs. So I'm just gonna go with that one. So if you've been waiting for a little bit of drama to happen in Howl's Heroes, tomorrow's episode's gonna be where it's at. You're gonna have all the fun. Trust me. Hello, Senor MTD. At least I think that's how you're supposed to say it. Yeah, we are currently rushing on towards Jade Falcon. Are you kidding me? Oh, the Hyper Cicada took a bit of a wrong turn. It's going to have to come all the way back down to follow the river path along with the rest of the group. Spoilers. Trust me, it's going to come as a shock when it happens. Just, I have told you about this. You'll be looking for it, and when it happens, it's going to be, wait a second, where did that come from? Trust me, that's exactly what happened to me. Alright, so we did find the edge of the river, which is wonderful. So the game did not screw us over too badly. We can actually come up just pretty much along the normal path. That'll be lovely. So we're bringing most of the A-team on this one. Decided not to bring the Rack 5 Cougar just because it's a little bit slower, and I kind of want to Wow, that is one heck of a lot of backtracking the Hyper Cicada has to do. Luckily for us, the Hyper Cicada is equipped with 3 large lasers, so it can operate from maximum range and have a good time with it. The Arctic Cheetah, of course, here to burn people to a bloody crisp, which I'm hoping we can actually do a good job with. We have a Shadowcat, which we just built, a Prowler multi-terrain vehicle, and a Hunchback 2C, which actually will have its own actual Hunchback 2C model because there was one in MechWarrior Online, so that'll be pretty fun. But yeah, the sudden surprise that is going to be that mission. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be as hard as it was. I took it because I was just trying to finish off something easy, and that did not end up being the case. Gotta just lay into the Shadowcat. Oh, wow, Shadowcat is just getting absolutely blasted on this one. Yep, spoilers. Like my first try at Super Heavy, 4 max down in 1 turn. Yeah, we did something similar. To the end, at the very end of, I think it was Ripper's Rumblers, we did Howl the Beast. And it ended poorly. Yes, so Sprogue has found his Hunchback 2C, which was one of his favorite mechs back when we played MechWarrior Online, which we may end up going back to at some point, just to sort of polish the rust off because of what's coming out in a couple of months. But yeah, the Hunchback 2C was one of his favorite rides with just a whole ton of energy weapons. Apollo managing to nail a PPC shot. Looks like he thinks he's got a bit of a reputation to uphold now. The music is quite low, might want to boost it. We can do that. First things first, I'm going to make sure that I'm actually on the right... Yeah, I was at the right volume level. So let's come over here and settings. While it's, you know, trying to think of all that other stuff. Audio. Music's a match. There we go. I'll bring it up a bit. That way we can sort of enjoy that sort of music in the background. Alright, enemy still responding, trying to figure out. We have also identified a Stormcrow S, which would be a pretty nice pickup. We do have 1 of 5 priority salvage, which we can manage to nail if we're at all lucky. It does look like we're only looking at 4 mechs so far, but it is a group of clan mechs. I've got to assume a star at some point, so there's got to be at least 1 more mech out there somewhere. Hunchback 2Cs can be really dangerous because the stock version of the Hunchback 2C happens to be carrying 2 Ultra Autocannon 20s. So that ought to be interesting to actually run into. I think that's not a reinforcing lens. I have hope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where is number 5? There's got to be a 5th lance. If there's not, I'm going to be absolutely stunned. Oh, 1 salvage guy might get it. Yeah, that's pretty much why I took it. Plus, it was only 200,000 Seabills that I was giving up. I could either make 1.2 million Seabills or 1 million Seabills and get 4 more pieces of salvage, one of which I get to pick. So we're just going to sort of keep the pressure on. The Nova could shoot at him, and you know what? I think... Yeah, we're going to do that. It was a risky shot to make, but I don't think we managed to hurt any of our friends on that one. And yes, indeed, Apollo is absolutely fine. So Apollo's now going to run up right on top of this guy. We're going to know exactly what they've got. Please don't be reinforcements. Well, the reinforcements, nope, they're on the way. Okay, looks like it was a maximum hover transport for the other one. So we are looking at a Nova on this one. Or a jump ship. Yes, indeed. Oh, the jump ships are everywhere. I think you might die. What am I saying? I put Apollo up front. Why would I ever assume that somebody was about to die with Apollo at the lead? My mistake. It was mine to make, and now he's blocking other people from getting rear shots. Apollo, duck, because you've got incoming Gauss rifle shells. I recommend you not be there. Beautiful placement on the part of Punisher, managing to snipe out that Shadowcat without actually managing to harm the Viper this time. So he's improving. Even a dead Lego didn't make you learn. Ah, come on, it's more fun that way. If you always do what's optimal, how are you supposed to have an enjoyable time? Every so often, do something crazy. Roger that. It's like that one Ferengi rule of acquisition. Every so often, declare peace. It confuses the hell out of your enemies. Plus 50 heat on that Stormcrow. He's not going to be having a good time with that one. However, Stormcrow is generally fairly... Oh, never mind. He's the energy Stormcrow. So it looks like the S is the... I think it's large pulse lasers. It might just be ERs. So he's going to have difficulty with that one. Stormcrow S coming around. Going to fire with... pair of large lasers. Okay, didn't actually hit us all that badly. So the Viper will be able to continue to do... Is that... Oh, no, that's just the one Stormcrow. Was able to get under heat quite nicely. And it's the Twin UX-20 version. Yep. That's why Sprogue wants the Hunchback 2C. It's the Twin UX-20 version. Oh, that was glorious. I'm not even mad. It just comes over the mountain, it's like bam, maximum evasion, maximum ECM, and he just gets utterly wiped out. That's hilarious. Alright, so the Hunchback 2C, as you can see, rather a difficult opponent to take on, because you don't want to actually take any damage from him. Apollo can't die, yes, there is that. The Viper, however, can. So we may not get the Viper back at the end of the mission. That's what you're running into, melee? Oh, come on. We were still at fairly decent range. Hunchback 2C doesn't have great range. Besides, we're going to keep pressuring him. Do you know why? Because we can. Also because I can do something like this. So, swinging behind the Hunchback. Hi, surprise. Oh, I have such good accuracy, and if I had moved just a little bit further, I would have been able to get around behind you. I wonder if Warlord actually affects heat as well. Do I bother to find out on this one? I don't think so. Apollo's dead? No, Apollo's not dead. First of all, he's not even dead. You'll notice that he's only took one injury on that one, which he gets to ignore because he has the helmet. So we have an armored cowl on that. So he didn't even take an actual injury on that one. And two, well, yeah, Apollo literally can't die. Okay, so with any... Oh, no, they didn't jam. So cook him, please. Good hit with all of the fire, plus 53 heat on that one. So hopefully that'll keep him in line. Let's bring the Mama Bird on forward and see if we can't get into a bit of a duel. I don't see the Stormcrow S. There's the Stormcrow S. However, we don't have a line of sight on it, so just continue to shoot at the Hunchback. Maybe you'll get lucky and take his head off. That would make one can dream. No, Apollo will never actually die. We are dealing with an immortal. If you keep this up, you're probably actually going to burn this Hunchback down. I would like to get like another plasma rifle or something on that mech. If I can get like multiple plasma rifles. Up come jumping on the Stormcrow C. Decided he wasn't actually involved in getting into the combat. We'll run T-Bone on forward. Won't have great lines of target on this one. Looks like he's only got the one obstructed shot, but that's okay. He is a longer-ish range fighter, so we'll just blast away. Oh wow, structure exposed already. I forgot Hunchback 2Cs have no armor at all. So we can work on him that way. But the Hunchback 2C coming up forward. Is he going to turn around? Nope, he's going to shoot the Mama Bird with a pair of medium lasers. That's how aggressive he wants to be. That needs to be fixed. Hunchback 2C is cooking a little bit, so we are going to want to kill him very, very soon. Maxim hover transport zipping off over to the side. Looks like he's going to engage. Yep, Arctic cheated quite a bit. Not too many hits. I mean, a couple of them, but just some light missile fire. We should be able to get out from underneath the guns of that without too much trouble at all. More missiles coming in over from the tank over here. Not really connecting with the Arctic cheetah. The high speed, low drag, and maximum electronic countermeasure working for our favorite T-Bone in the Nova or Punisher. I think I'm going to move Punisher up front because Punisher can poke more holes in him. He already has a hole. Unfortunately, it's on an arm, so make of that what you will. Blast away. There we go. Now we're talking more structure exposed on that one. So we will zip on forward with the Nova to get a direct line of sight on you, my friend. Oh, good. You have an exposed side torso. Blast away with the Hag. Actually, no, you have a Gauss rifle. I keep confusing my two Novas. The Warlord... Oh, it does actually give a heat bonus? I had been wondering about that, but I didn't want to bother testing it. It's like, does Warlord give me even more heat? So yeah, if that's the case, then we will shut him absolutely down. I'm going to shut off 2 AR medium lasers to get the heat under control. So blink! Missed by 60%. Well, then the Urban mech maybe demothballed?
Negative damage.
Probably not. We built three full new mechs. That Urban mech is very likely not gonna get mothballed. Or demothballed anytime soon. Doesn't look like it actually increased the heat, but you know what? Let's light him up. Oh, yeah. There goes all... 170... Okay, so it does. It doesn't show it, but it does. All the cooking's gone down, and now the Hunchback, we can try and take his head off. If we get a single lucky shot, you know, we could steal 5 parts of the mech. And maybe then we'll get incredibly lucky with RNGs. Okay, this Stormcrow apparently deciding that he wants to be incredibly aggressive. Fortunately for me, he's not really built for it. I gotta say, I don't think the Stormcrow is very good, just from what I've seen. Yeah, you're not allowed to start up. In fact, I'll probably shut you down before you can do anything in the very near future. Maxim hover tank shifting over to the side. Should get a back attack on the Arctic cheetah, which does kind of suck, but nothing too terrible. It's like it would never be mothballed. I don't know. We build a whole ton new 45 and 50 ton mechs. Like, does Lego really serve any purpose? We'll find out soon. Oh, we got the drop. Oh, on top of us. Right, okay, so we've got a Stormcrow S on top of us and whatever else is going to be here, so this ought to be interesting on several levels. I suppose I'm just going to cook the entire back of the Hunchback and see if we actually can get things taken care of on that one. Might be worth grabbing it for the UX-20s if we're that lucky. Yeah, we'll find out. Hopefully we'll be able to court out. It's called a morale booster. Well, I suppose you could put it that way. We got a Stinger 3GP, not all that interested in it. I mean, I think that's the Royal Stinger or one with a light PPC or something like that. But again, it's a Stinger at the end of the night. I don't really care for Stingers. He's going to go for a punch because he's extra aggressive and managed to nail that punch too. So good job, little 20-ton mech. You managed to punch me. More Hunchback. We'd actually need to get it, though. That's going to be a near impossibility. I mean, RNGs could be incredibly favorable to us, but I kind of doubt it. Also, we're going to sort of burn through his armor in the next turn. Ice Ferret, not particularly interested in this mech. Looks kind of derpy to me, not a huge fan of it. Lots of missiles coming on in. Lucky for us, the Hyper Cicada not taking too much damage, feeling pretty good. That looks like it's 2 pistols it's holding. Absolutely, that's kind of its whole deal. It's a dual-wielding gunslinger, and it's 20 tons and mostly worthless. Stingers and Wasps don't really have a good role. I mean, yeah, they're light scout mechs. They didn't even do the light scout mech thing very well. They're just kind of terrible. Got another Ice Ferret, IFR-A, shifting off to the back, not actually getting involved in combat. Doesn't look like we're in oh no, that's the Mistlinks I'm thinking, with the 8 machine guns on the arms, or something like that. That dude have DHK. You're gonna have to dual heat kill? Double heat kit? I mean, most of us have double heatsink kits at this point. We're a clan start, so we kind of get that mostly for free. Yeah, but I assume it does not have the PVC. It would just be a rounded barrel one.
I'm here.
All right, Arclight, time to bring in your Cicada. You could actually try and kill this this little tiny guy right away for no charge at all, or you could go after, you know, the Shadowhawk. I kind of want to have you dead just in order to have you dead. Unfortunately, in order to get into a position to make you do the dead, I have to expose myself to a lot of fire, and I don't really want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift on up here. A conservative move, 46%, 39%. Oh, you 39% defense. Apparently, it's what he gets. I could shoot at the Shadowhawk for 60s. Or target you for 71. That's actually kind of tempting, because if I did this, I'd rip off half of the mech. But I think what we want to do is start to engage a couple more of these people. Let's burn into his side. Okay, we did get a little bit of burnage. The Ice Ferret is not having a great day. Hello, Deadly N41. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could join us. Alright, the Nova is not exactly designed for close-range combat. I mean, it could do it. It's just not very good at it for obvious reasons. I think what I want to do is sprint to get a little bit more range. Just so I can make sure that I'm not inside my minimum range bracket. That's not going to help, it looks like. So, we're going to have to find somebody who's just a little bit more vulnerable than we are. In order to do that, we're going to shift off over here. Yes, our back is towards a couple of light vehicles, but I'm feeling kind of okay about it. Got to shut off one of our ears large lasers just to keep them under control. It's got to be a random-ish shot, so I may as well get the random one that could potentially kill him. Yeah, I missed by -4%, so once again, we're undertaking that new math. Well, your short range with the ER large lasers is huge. You don't really need to run into melee if you don't. Yeah, but I can only move so far and still turn around to get the shots broke. It's not like I can teleport and suddenly just be facing at him across the river. The Nova only has a very limited amount of movement, so we got to keep that in mind. Got another melee attack coming in. Is this from it? No, it's from the Stormcrow. Stormcrow coming in with a kick. And did manage to get the kick. Thank you, Deadly N41, for the bits. We very much appreciate it. Cheered by 10, so thank you very much. Alright, Punisher, yeah, really I could come at everybody, but again, you're also not really designed for this whole close-range game, so we're just going to have to position ourselves a little bit more. That would be okay, Yeah, we'll shift on over here.
Roger that.
Also, you gotta remember sensor range isn't necessarily short range of the weapon, so need to Stargate? I'm not quite sure I understand the reference. Blasted the Ice Ferret. Oh, and now that's what we're looking for, some good follow-ups on that. Jester, would you please mind just absolutely, positively barbecuing this chap?
Giving him everything I've got.
And the fire. And he bailed. That's the whole mech minus an arm. So that's good. To teleport? I suppose we could. Alright, so we managed to get our hands on the complete and total version of a Hunchback 2C, so that's lovely. I think... Now, I'm going to ignore the vehicles for a little bit. That might prove to be a little bit dangerous, but that'll be fun. Don't get too excited, unfortunately. We were only taking this for one of 5 priority salvage because we needed the money. So, actually getting our hands on that may prove to be a little bit more difficult than otherwise might be great. This was for salvage? Really? Somebody screen capped this moment because that is the time when Sprogue admitted that salvage is better than money. So finally, for once, our Ferengi advisor has concurred. Stuff is better than things. Or are things better than stuff? No. Stuff is absolutely better than things. So now we just need to wait for phase 30. Who managed to... Oh, yeah. Yeah. That Ice Ferret is being driven by a master. Rookie pilots? I don't know about this guy, but yeah, that Hunchback, probably a rookie pilot. Getting lit on fire from behind, probably wasn't feeling too good about himself. Ice Ferret's going to come on in, looks like he's got a pair of short-range missile racks, and decided he wasn't actually going to take advantage of the fact that he was close range on the Mama Bird. Logic, take salvage against the pirates, take money against the clans. Unfortunately, we weren't being paid out very well for many other missions. There's several other missions out here that are going to pay out excellent salvage, but really kind of terrible money. So I kind of want to. Also, I don't want to do an escort mission because escort missions are kind of boring. Another ferret coming in. Also a 30. Is that a UAC? That looked like a UAC, although a UAC on a. Well, no, never mind. It's a 45-ton mech. So UAC would actually make a lot of sense. Masked ferret with XLC. I assume that any clan mech, like an ice ferret, is going to have an XL. So that would be the Stormcrow, the ice ferret. Although they're integrated parts, so they're not coming off because they're Omni mechs. Alright, so the Shadowhawk is one interesting Disco Hawk, equipped with, I believe, an Ultra Autocannon. You are not a 2C model, are you? Nova also getting a little bit of a small pulse laser love, but luckily for us, not able to actually connect on the target. Not actually any mech shut down to the heat. If you fire them the next turn, they always bail. Ooh, I haven't noticed that. We'll do it again. Because that would be a great way in order to get our hands on more clan mechs, which would be very, very useful to us. Alright, come on enemies, you can't be moving that fast. It's not like you managed to accomplish that much. It's possibly the Stinger, maybe a couple of the vehicles over here. So, most of this sort of reinforcing force managed to totally outspeed me completely and totally, which has me more than a little bit concerned about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, I suppose. I need to kill somebody. Preferably the Stinger actually over here. Mainly because I can. That is kind of the long and short of it. I could also go after this Ice Ferret, which... Oh no, the Stormcrow, which I don't think moved all that far. Yeah, it did not. Alright, so let's see if we can't put a little bit of pressure on the Stormcrow. Do we cook? We absolutely cook. Let it burn! Alrighty, structure exposed, and he's now under damage. So we can make a couple of things happen. That's on Severn Rails. Flamer mech OP. Well, it's not just flamers, it has plasma as well, so we've multitasked. Unlike the Burna Boy, this mech is actually capable of targeting air targets as well. Although the Burna Boy, if I can get my hands on enough clan flamers, I need to like rebuild it with plasma weapons in mind. Clan flamers and a couple of plasma rifles and that 45-ton Firestarter Omni would be amazing. Speaking of that 45-ton Firestarter Omni, let's come over to the back of here. And dude, bro, my buddy, my friend, my pal, I intend to basically harm you because you have an open, yeah, you have an open rear torso. Light the fires. Ooh, how much? Not much. Do I take advantage of that? It's going to be a significant drop. Down to the 60s. Oh, never mind. 35% on the plasma rifle. I'm not willing to take that fire. I imagine you'll get at least one on that target. One did, but not enough in order to actually kill it. That's unfortunate. That has to be force shut down, but unless the ammo cooks, they bail. A melee mech with fire fists. Hey, I have 2 fire fists in my Howl's Heroes campaign. I haven't put them on a mech yet, but I have them. Back to which had a complete fit. Oh, that's a shame to hear. Well, I'm glad that you're back on this one. Looks like he's going super melee combat and structure exposed, but I think that's probably an arm, which we don't really care about because at the end of the day, it's an arm on a cicada, and they never exactly have been equipped with very good things. I can position myself kind of right here. Go after the Ice Ferret. Yeah, that might be a plan. That puts me in a position to engage 2 mechs from behind. Yeah, the Ice Ferret's coming up on me, but ooh boy, ooh, that's really good. So, triple medium lasers and small laser, but my accuracy is amazing, and all I need is a couple of double taps on his center torso, and I could completely core him out. Much less good, but you know what, I'm not exactly concerned. The ER large laser is a little bit of a worry, but other than that, the SRM-10 pack, not so much. I'm just gonna go for removing something from the board, if at all possible. Oh, that was disgustingly good. Nice shooting, Tex. Alright, so we've managed to completely annihilate that one, and now we can sort of come in on you. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the range on this one. Not if I walk. How about if I sprint? Can I get the target? That'll be golden. So shift on back over here, sort of using our fire support mechs in tandem. We're going to activate the Warlord on this one because it's the back shot, and we're probably not going to get another shot like this. Missed with most of the stuff, which really kind of sucks on that one. Single tap from the Gauss rifle. Well, we had to be sure, because you never quite know. You may not hit the center torso. In this case, we managed to hit the center torso multiple times and just completely shattered most of the mech. So that Stinger, well, few Stingers have ever been quite so dead. Coming back onto phase down, we got more long-range missile fire. Luckily for us, we have a whole ton of electronic countermeasures, so who cares? We get to sing in the rain, although eventually we do need a laser AMS equipped on some mech. We didn't actually put that laser AMS on any mech, did we? Huh. We need ammunition too. We've got a lot of things that we kind of need to plan and build for. Although putting a pair of racks on that Vapor Eagle would be really nice. Oh, planning for things that will happen in the future. For now, we need to make some money and do some stuff. Ice Ferret shifting on forward. Again, not really positioning himself personally, in my opinion, all that well. That seemed like a really dumb mistake. But hey, who am I to complain? He didn't move all that far, so I should be able to take advantage of it. Hopefully, where are you moving? Because you're actually kind of dangerous to me. Laser AMS, don't need no ammo, only heat. Yep, there is that. And pirate laser AMS is bloody near invincible. Have you ever been just trying to get through the defense on, say, a dagger and a rapier together? It's not possible. I've tried. I've tried continuously. It's impossible. It's incredibly painful as well. We have long and painful experience with pirate laser AMS. Too gosh darn good. But that just makes it incredibly desirable. Luckily for me, he decided to be really stupid, and instead of going after my two mechs that are kind of vulnerable up here, he decided to shoot down at the Nova, which is rather tough, and that also meant he didn't move. Buddy, I don't mean to tell you how to play the game, but I think you might be making a mistake. I could shoot up at you, but I'm not really going to bother with it. I'm just going to keep blitzing the back of this ice ferret, and eventually I'm going to hit something. Like that. Oh, darn it, you hit the arm. At least I took out most of his important weaponry. Although, is that a mech with a left side bias? Really? They're so rare. About to get punched by a stinger, so there's that going for us. Managed to hit the damage. Oh, no, it's our leg that they're damaging. Ooh.
Getting my ass kicked.
Nah, you're doing fine. Just chill, it'll be great. I could just come up back here and just absolutely barbecue you, and I think I'm really tempted to do that. I'm so tempted to do that that that's exactly what we decided to do. Burn him! Unfortunately, we missed with the plasma gun again, but yeah, that's 29 heat. Unfortunately, we didn't get the critical hits that I was kind of hoping for. Arcalite, I don't want you there anymore because you're taking lots of damage, and that's not cool. I need to keep you alive. Alive. So, protecting, showing my left foot, which is fine. So, my right leg is damaged, the left leg is the one I can afford to reveal. I will shut off two large lasers, and maybe we'll get lucky. We were not lucky. I got his ammo, must have case 2. Every single clan mech will have... well, not every single clan mech, but a clan mech with clan armor is going to have for free case on all of the stuff. But yeah, if he's got case 2, then that might be working out for him. Shift on over here, take aim, get lucky. Aha! Luck has been done. Alright, so we managed to take out another one of the ice ferrets. We're 40% of the reinforcements, 40% of the garrisons. We're still dealing with quite a few people. Burn Shadowhawk, lag is real. What? Yeah, the case 2 is, could be equipped, but now we don't really have to worry about it anymore. Another ice ferret off here in the corner, and then whoop, got a more punching coming in. This is the punchiest Stormcrow I've ever seen. And another penetrating hit. Dude, what the hell is wrong with you? You're supposed to be a clanner, and here you go just swinging your fists all over the place. And made my cicada unsteady. Oh, and I'm getting shot at by missiles. So, luckily for us, Mama Bird took all of that, because we don't really care. In this case, it's not stops the limb from exploding, just stops it from spreading. It stops it from moving through past a location, and you can't put case 1 in an arm. So basically what it does is if you put case in a torso, it'll blow up the arm and the torso, but it won't go to the center torso. Case 2's better. With the dishonorable clanner, so it looks like, although he's driving a Stormcrow, which you'd imagine they'd have put in their good people. He's driven mad by the destruction of the gun pack. He can't take it anymore. That is an autocannon. I thought it was an ultra autocannon. But we did get nailed by that one. The Nova is starting to get a little bit plinked, as is the Hyper Cicada, which, you know, we probably want to get control over that one because we are currently risking a ER large laser. Limb parts are... What? Oh, we blew up the ammo, but it didn't explode? Yeah. That wouldn't be case then, because you can just blow up the ammunition without causing an explosion. Okay, lots more fire. The Hyper Cicada definitely under a little bit of stress on this one. We're going to want to get it on the move soon. However, I think that we're still going to get attacked by basically all of the mini guys. Okay, a little bit more fire coming down on the Mama Bird, but didn't look to be anything too serious just yet. But I do kind of want to just remove that guy from the equation very, very soon. Speaking of, how are you doing? Your back is exposed, but as we've demonstrated very recently, I'm not very good at causing critical hits and damages. How much heat are you building? None. And you're ignorable, and you are also none. So you know what, there's really only one target aside from the vehicles that we can afford to kind of go after, and so that's what we'll do. We shift over here. Maybe we'll get lucky and be able to utterly annihilate him. You know what, I'm going to Warlord this. Let's go full power on this one, maximum targeting, and just scatter a little bit. Hit him with the plasma, and still no crits on this one. I'm a little bit surprised. I'm also surprised we didn't tear off this. Apparently it's being held on with chewing gum and bubble. Oh, that's frustrating right there. It's like one part left. Because if it was not case 2 or something, it would have exploded. No, not necessarily. Case 2 deals 3 damage, but it still explodes. So. Alright, looks like the Stinger decided he wasn't actually going to do anything. T-Bone! Let's see if we can't T-Bone this guy. I kind of do want to get into a good position to shoot at you in the back, and I'm not stacking any real evasion problems, so that'll be fine. Large lasers, you know what, I'm going to use my large lasers aggressively, and you do not have multi-target, but that'll be fine. So, hi, buddy. I'm going to not fire the gas rifle on this one. Just get a shot in, please.
Right, Commander.
You got the shot in. Unfortunately, you did not get the shot in on an area that we really cared about, so I suppose I should be a little bit irritated. 1/60th HP. Yeah, definitely seems to be the case, which is really kind of frustrating because, well, this mech should be mostly in pieces. Looks like the Stormcrow is on fire and moving in for another punch. He really wants to punch this hyperscaler to death, and he's shedding 120 heat per turn. What? Who built this thing? And how did you cram in so much heat generation? Alrighty, so we do have to deal with flames, and I don't exactly want to expose my right foot to anybody. So that's going to be extra annoying, because that'll increase my heat costs by quite a bit. If I show my left side to you, though, it doesn't really matter, so just creep, creep, creep. Can I get both? No. Alright, that'll be fine. What I would like to do is get a little bit further out. Unfortunately, I have to curl around the Shadowhawk in order to do that. Another temptation would be to run across the river. Actually, running to the river might not be the worst decision, but we lose the damage reduction. And that would make life a lot less pleasant. Let's come around to the side here. Give me that angle that I'm looking for. Right there.
Roger.
In the river, where, you know, we can take all of the damage. Fire.
Attacking from position.
That's why I didn't go to the river. Jeez, you guys.
Destroyed.
And you say that I'm conservative when I play. He was like, run to the river, flee! Dude, 1, the river means that I don't have damage reduction. 2, the river means that I'm an easy target. And 3, means I couldn't have killed the mech. There we go, structure exposed on him. So, unfortunately it's an arm, so nobody really cares. You gotta have some guts when you're fighting. You mix the guts with the little bit of caution for when it's needed, and then you can do some awesome things. And one of the important things was pulling a guy off the board, which worked out quite nicely. Also, we have so much ECM going on that these two vehicles over here are totally ignorable. Alright, who's next? It's going to be an Ice Ferret rushing back on forward. Do you have a target? You do have a target on the Hyper Cicada, but didn't look like you did too much damage to us so far, which is good. Should be able to pull the Hyper Cicada out without too much trouble. We've got a river which we can return to for the temperature. And kill Apollo? Who cares about that? I think anyone ever said you're conservative? Really? Oh wow, that makes me feel really good then. Because I know that a lot of people like give me all kinds of flack for saying, oh, I don't want to use XL engines. But hey, you're the only player I've ever seen that's consistently having huge issues with minimum range on Gauss AC5 carriers. You're at it. Need to pull out that AC5 and instead throw on a AC10 because it doesn't have a minimum range. Ooh, big brain stats over here. Alrighty, who's coming in for me? Alex. What is with you guys and trying to punch my bug? Stop punching my little bug. And you've moved a lot to do that too, so I don't get the free shot. Fire. There we go. Now we're starting to really ramp up the damage on this one. Shift over here, making Mama Bird still is a viable target. I'm trying to bait him into shooting Mama Bear, in case you haven't noticed yet. I do want to get over to your right side just so I can do extra damage. Make sure that we turn on the gas rifle. Yep, we are at the minimum range. Lovely. Put the pressure down, and yeah, we may as well cook. Ooh, we did get the mask. Wait, you've got a mask and you haven't been using it? Dude, you've been standing still for the past 5 rounds and you've got a piece of equipment literally designed to make you a speed demon. Some people, when they drive their mechs, it makes me wonder if they knew what they built them for. Yeah, I'm going to shift on right over here, be able to turn around, show everything. Still cooking, so we will get the temperature under control by shutting off one of our large lasers. That's a 52%. I'm going to go for that, so blitz away. We managed to hit the one, so that'll work out, and that'll be the knockdown. So over on your back you go, Mr. Shadowhawk. So we've got him taken care of for the next round. You're joking, but I'm never going to suggest building anything other than point-blank ranks from now on. They don't care about art. It seems to be the case. They're clanners, and they do not care about honor. We're Klingons when you need them. Come over here. Let's make him very, very painful. No, not there. I want you to go into shoulder right. Yeah, you should be able to crit out something in the shoulder. There's got to be something there that's going to cause some sort of explosion. Hey, there we go. Right torso gone. Mask is destroyed. 74 heat. Having a bad day, which is good for us. That's why he needs a UX-20s. He knows how to get close enough for those. You see, you joke, but we used to build our dragons that way. Just throw all the UX-20s onto the dragon. Have a lot of fun doing that one. More Nova fire incoming on us. Luckily for us, no actual damage on that one. So doing quite nicely. What I really need is either... Ooh, you hadn't gone this round. Wait a second, what? We knocked you down, set you on fire, and you're still moving phase 30? Who the hell am I fighting? Natasha Kerensky? Alright, now what? Are you going to swing and a punch at me or use some men pods? No, you're going to keep shooting the Hyper Cicada because you're a little bit locked in on him. Okay, I suppose I can understand that one. And your heat is still a boiling, so I'm going to be able to take care of you. So without too much trouble, I assume. So phase 30, I assume the Ice Ferret and the Stinger are still going to move, because apparently we are being dropped on by the Wolf's Dragoons, or maybe the Black Depth Company at this point, because these guys are just insanely good pilots. Okay, they're not super accurate, but still, they've been moving on their massive evasion tiers. Alright, coming in with the Ice Ferret, gonna punch, or at least try. The size difference between these two mechs is astonishing. Although it does make sense. The Ice Ferret is 10 tons heavier than the Arctic Cheetah. So that is something to be somewhat aware of. Hi, I see your back, and, well, you're cooking, so let it burn, baby. And the mech is offline. Lovely. Not even Natasha Kerensky can get out of that one. So we're going to shift off over here just for a little bit of extra evasion and preparing for the next couple of rounds. Arclight, in your Hyper Cicada, you have the capability and the wherewithal to utterly annihilate a target. Yeah, definitely try and utterly annihilate this one. 99% chance accuracy. I could go for a side torso, just rip that sucker off. Do you have enough lasers in order to do that? How much armor do you actually have? Oh, I don't actually know how much armor you have. We'll just have to figure it out. See if he ejects. If he survives.
Aye, aye.
I was kind of hoping for, you know, his head to get blown off, but I'll take it. Oh, he's panicking. Good to hear. So keep on shifting over to the side as we chill out using the river for our advantage. No point if he's going to eject, right? Now we may as well keep the fire on, because I don't know if that's actually going to happen, and I want to kind of make sure that he doesn't feel the need to stick to the mech, although he's going to go first in the start of the round, which is rather astonishing. He shouldn't be able to get under heat temperature, but I should be able to just absolutely annihilate him. So we'll rush back over here. We'll let him on all the fire. It'll be great. T-Bone! Yeah, do you have a shot on the back of... You do. Oh, it's a reasonable shot, too. Shut off one of those ER large lasers. We got to get the number under control. And a good hit. Unfortunately, we spread the damage quite widely, so that's not going to work out super great for us. However, I think it'll be good enough. Show me the back on this target right here. Are we... we're right on the edge of minimum range, but we're going to take the shot anyway. Hi, buddy. Do I Warlord? I could just core him out in the next round, which may be a way to go, but I'm going to see if I can't rip you apart. Surprisingly resilient, if you manage to not, you know, focus any damage whatsoever on a target. So the Stinger's lost at least a hand. And a couple of missiles coming over towards the Mama Bird, but the Mama Bird is feeling fine. So that light stood and braced. Strange. It happens on occasion. Not quite sure why, but... They decided that the best possible plan is to attempt to avoid damage through damage reduction. I can't help but think that's a really bad plan, but who am I to say? Yeah, you're too hot for startup. So hopefully I can get Jester out soon. Jester's actually moving last. Moving last in my group of people. That's kind of sad, actually. Hopefully you don't move all that much, because I would like to just continue to annihilate you. Or you, that would be great too. And next round, well, this round I can actually use both of my large lasers to try and rip you apart. You do have a very exposed arm. That would be very happy. It's clever girl. I hope not.
You got my attention.
All right, Mama Bird, you got another great shot? Yeah. Well, wow, so one leg each and the back target. That's what happens when damage does not combine. You know what, Warlord, screw it. We're just going to remove him from the board. There we go. Now we don't have to worry about any of his shenanigans ever again. And we're just going to come back over here.
Fall in behind me.
Mama Bird's taking care of that one. T-Bone's got a target as well. And it's a beautiful back shot with all of the lasers. Fire away. And there goes everything. Oh, it was an LB2. Huh, interesting. Would have been nice to have an LB2, actually. Shift back out over here, so we're down basically to just him. So we're going to see if we can actually turn him off. Hi, buddy. We're testing a brand new theory. How would you rate your fear? On a scale of 1 to 10, he is Bale. Alright, and in comes the dropship, which... did smush the tank. Good job. Alright, we do need to capture the zone and take out one last target. So Arclight, why don't you start heading over in this direction? It's not a big deal, but it is something to keep in mind. Alrighty, so the reinforcements have been dealt with, and that does appear to work, so we're definitely going to utilize that a little bit more. But yeah, very happy to see that the tank was underneath the dropship at the time. That makes my life a heck of a lot easier. And the sooner I can get Jester into the location in order to start shooting that last tank, the sooner I can have it dead. So keep on running. No target just yet, but we'll be able to be in a position probably next turn. I don't know actually if you're going to be able to get a good target on this one. Step in the target zone. You have a line of sight, blast away. Oh, good hits on that one. Managed to nail the gas rifle and one of the ultra autocannon shells, so that'll be lovely. And also get a shot with the Arctic Cheetah. Now, the Arctic Cheetah probably has a plasma gun shot. It does, but we'll shoot anyway. Oh, and it hit for 121 plus 88 damage. Oh, these plasma guns, man. They are just so good. I gotta get more. I need more. I heard there were big snobby robots. Are you in the correct woods, sir? Yes, you are indeed, and we just finished a mission. Doing rather well, actually. Got 2 mechs to eject on this one. And we are out of here after a reasonably successful mission. Now, I don't know how much it's going to cost to repair the Viper. I imagine quite expensive. But if they center cord him out, then that means we don't really have to replace much. So we're going to feel pretty good about that. Made a full 1,000,000 Seabills on that one, despite our drop cost. And, oh no. There goes the medium-heavy lasers. So we got to rebuild that mech into something. Not sure what, but we'll come up with something. RTT is okay, Hyperscat is okay, Nova took a little bit of damage, and the Mama Bird is okay. Let's go. It's a really good result, lots of back shots and fire to get them to pull the handle. Yep, pretty much what we ended up doing. We got the 1, 2, 3, 4, yep, the entire Hunchback 2C, and we're taking it for 1 random salvage. Oh, that's kind of suck. Unfortunately, we don't have any of these mech parts, so I can't really build any of these, so we're just gonna... Actually, do I have a Stormcrow? I can't... Ooh, ammunition will be on the table. That's UAC 10s. Do I have UAC 20, by the way? I don't. Do I have UAC 20 ammo? Like, double ammo? By the way, how many Clan XLs do I have? I have 2. I'm good on that one. UAC 20, can't imagine anything else? Well, ammunition is kind of important. I hate to be that guy to point that out, but it is. AMS Clan? We're gonna sacrifice our only part on an AMS Clan? I'm gonna look at the double ammo. Because it's double ammo. And we don't have any. You have some ammo at least? Oh, do we have? I don't have any of that. I don't have any of that. Don't have any of that. If we take the gun, we won't be able to mount the gun on anything. Because we don't have the ammunition for it. If we take the ammunition, we won't have a gun. So I do have a UAC 10 currently sitting in storage. UAC 10 is double. No? Oh, there it is, yeah. Quantity 2 UAC 10. Yeah, we can grab this. You don't have double, but you have some kind of UAC 20 ammo? If it's caseless, it's worthless. Well, Sprogue is assuring me that we have UAC 20 ammo. So if this is wrong, we all get to blame Sprogue. Alright, we got the Shadowhawk and the Ice Ferret part, a pair of small lasers, a pair of SRM 2s, which is completely and totally worthless. And hey, we'll see what we can do. With any luck, we actually do have UAC 20 ammo. If not, I'm going to be quite put out, because I could have placed an opportunity, as Rekgar pointed out, as did DreamMag, that there were 2 tons of UAC 10 ammunition. Say some. If there's not 2 tons, it's worthless. Or if not at least 2 tons, actually, because we'll probably need like 3 or 4. We'll find out in the near future, and that's going to be interesting. We could probably mount it onto the, what's it called? The Vapor Eagle. A UAC 20 Vapor Eagle? That seems like an interesting combination of things. If, of course, we can find the ammunition for it. But this will hopefully sort us out for most of our money woes, because it's 2 days before the end of the month. We'll be able to get things. 2 tons would be worth it? Isn't it like only like 8? Yeah, it's only 8 rounds, so we'd be down to 8 to 4 turns of shooting. Tortuga taking stuff from Davian. 256,000 Seabills for 15 days as we try and rebuild the... Well, to be fair, the Viper is kind of meh. 8 shots per ton? That's what I thought. Well, let's go find out, because I can't wait to find out exactly how long, or, yeah, exactly, show me a Cougar Prime just to show me the ballistic slots. Good math? Yeah, 8 shots per ton is 4 rounds of shooting. So if we have 2 tons of it, that's 8 rounds of shooting. Yeah, my math is fine. Ammunition, Rack Ultras. It's safe ammo. Good job. Okie doke. Right, so we... it's not 8 shots per ton. It's 5 shots per ton. 5. So, yeah. We have 9 rounds of ammunition for that gun. I have the regrets. We don't have 10 rounds, we have 9 rounds. We do not even have 5 rounds of shooting. Meanwhile, you like 10? Yeah. I have the regret, Dream Mag. Should have listened to you. Would have been right. Okay, let's go figure out exactly how we need to sort these things out. The Hyper Cicada for 6 days, the Viper also. I think I'm going to throw the Catapult 3 up top, because that thing is ready to go, I think. That'll be ready in 2 days. So, Arctic Cheetah, Mama Bird, the Nova. I think we'll move the Hyper Cicada down, the Viper also down, which means the Vapor Eagle, and the Shadow Cat is at 9 days. I think the Shadow Cat will be better than the Hyper Cicada. I think so a little bit. I want to see it more. So we'll cycle like that, and we'll run up. Yeah, we have just enough to last the end of the month. Let's go to the base real quick, see if we can't get rid of anything, just to make sure that we're feeling good and fine on this one. Lights, I have my Commando, mediums. The Ice Ferret, not interested in getting... I mean, actually, to be fair, I am a little bit more partial to this mech actually, after having seen it a little bit more in RogueTech. It looks kind of cool, actually. Just be slightly conservatively fine. It's still approachable. So, hey, Mr. T45 gets it. Check store. We're not part of any faction, so checking the store doesn't help us. We already bought out all of the ammunition at the store. So, there's a half a machine gun ammo, but there's nothing there. We gotta join a faction sometime soon. We gotta take another mission for cash sometime soon if I can't manage to sell a couple of things. Because we're not even gonna have enough for drop costs. So we are gonna get rid of our Ice Ferret over here, even though I kind of like the mech now that I've actually seen it a little bit more in action. Just kind of has a cool look to it. The Phoenix Hawk I'm keeping because it's a Royal. And that's all I've got, because I'm not selling any of these until I manage to get one. And of course our longbow part. Our single soul longbow part. Alright, what do we got? Ammunition for heavy rifles I can absolutely sell. Let's get all of that crap out of the bay. Like we salvaged the Viper again? Yeah, lucky. That's what we'll go with. The Viper is totally a great mech. To be fair, I do kind of like it. We have 2 AC-10 pluses, which have a 10% gunnery chance, but what's their problem? -2 damage. You know what? I'm going to get rid of the normal AC-10. ATMs, we're going to... Why are ATMs in that? Gauss rifles, we're keeping absolutely. Keeping. Could get rid of, but I'm keeping just in case I build a machine gun array mech. The Rack 10 Pirate is interesting, but I'm not going to do anything with that. That's the other thing we could have done with that rack. Oh no, not a Rack UAC. I think I need all of these, so we're just looking for the special rifle ammo. There it is. Get the heck out of my ship. I have no use for you. Clusters, doubles, and we are good. Because we're already mostly prone through this, and I just wanted to get rid of some of the crap. Rebuilding the Viper is expensive and exhausting, and it only has 8 tons of tonnage. Yeah, I'm aware. So let's just cycle through a couple of days, and it's the end of the month. Everybody, time to pay the bank. SRM2 sell? We'll get to it. The amount that the SRM2s are actually contributing, and I should have enough for drop cost now. Do I wait for the Hyper Cicada? How's the Hyper Cicada ahead of my Shadow Cat? Thought I put that up there. Apparently not. Viper at the bottom, maybe? No, the Vapor Eagle's also just being built for parts at the moment. We should have enough mechs. Let's go check the mech bay. I think I have enough to field an entire 8 mech set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't. Because this catapult is still missing its ammo. This one we built is, yeah, a whole bunch of different missile launchers. God, that's disgusting. That is so ugly. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to get tonnage for you, because you are like 3 tons under. Been doing inventory, but I've been listening to the stream. Well, thank you for listening to the stream, JP. Yeah, I'm not happy with how that turned out either. But I suppose that's all we're going to be able to get. So this is what, 2 rounds of shooting? 120 shots? Yeah, it's 2 rounds of shooting. 2, 4, 6 rounds of shooting in total. What are those ballistic mounts? Yeah, they're clearly off of a K2. I suppose I could just try and cram in a triplet of medium lasers or something. Let's do that. Lasers. So do I have mediums? Just random mediums waiting around? I have clan ER mediums. Large heavy laser. I'm kind of in the faction of why the hell not, just to get it on the bloody field. Yeah, I think this is what we'll do. It's probably not worth doing this catapult MMO 30s on the cat. This is heavy MRMs. This is very different. You can always put another heavy medium laser 30 in it. What? Does RogueTech come with clan invasion? Yes, the clans are absolutely part of RogueTech, which is why we are a clan. Start here. Tarek's spirit. What about my spirit? So discard the changes so I can show off. So yeah, the RogueTech comes with clan mechs. As we are a clan start, we're actually in the middle of clan space trying to do a little bit of cleanup operations at the moment. So I suppose we're just going to leave it for a little while longer because I don't see a need to fix it at the moment. But we are going to have to really hope sometime soon we get a couple of mechs back. We have quite a few building. Do I want to wait for it? I kind of want to get another drop in, but the Hypersecond is mostly ready to go. I think I'm going to wait. I got a big battle to do some low-scale missions, but low-scale missions are boring. Y'all want to see low-scale missions, or do you want to see something a little bit bigger of a battle where we bring all 8 of our mechs? Apollo is fine, Arclight is fine, Ek is doing good, Jester is fine, Punisher is fine, Ronan is fine, and T-Bone is fine. The most amusing thing about that, though, is the fact that Apollo's mech got utterly destroyed. He didn't get injured at all because of the armored call. My skills low the might do some low levels for cash. Build that reserve back up over the month. If we take higher level, not boring if we only bring 7 mechs. Let's go see what's actually available, because I believe most of them were escort missions, which were boring as all hell. Defend base, no. Defend base, the AI is so crappy, I don't want to bother with it. Same problem with escort, which is why we're kind of annoying it. You know, let's do a 3 scale, settling a grudge. Let's see if we can't max this up. Cause a little bit more stuff. We're doing this. Who are we doing this against? Planetary government, which could be anything. My option is smart one for scars. No, you want to do the low-level missions, Stroke. I want to do something hard. Low-level missions mopping up. I mean, yay, we can get 2 of 9 stuff, or 788,000 C-bills. DreamMag is adamant about mopping up. Why? We could probably do this with 2 mechs. Don't need to do missions for cash, just selling salvage. You know what? Just to get DreamMag off my back, I will do this one. We're going to drop with a single lance. We're going to drop with a new catapult. And Lego. I won't inflict that on Apollo. I won't inflict that on Lego. F and shout for Tarek's bank account. The bank account will build over... You make about 300,000-400,000 C-bills per mission once you start taking higher level missions. Even when you go full salvage, guys. It's not as big of a deal as you think it is. I don't want to pull Apollo out of the fight, but I also want to... Arclight, you can drive Lego. Yes, we're going to be testing the R2. So we'll have the Mama Bird, the Nova, the Catapult Mark III, and the Lego. The Disco Cat is still being built, which will be nice to have once we finally get it going, but a single skull and a half mission for all money. How much you can get if you scrap the Viper? Like a couple 100,000 C-bills. It's not worth it. The Viper's better off being used whenever we can. So we can use it as sort of a light scout whenever needed. Also, it's not a terrible stand-in. The not having a pair of medium improve. Oh, actually, we got a heavy large laser that we can put on it. Duh. Because that was one of the big things that me and Sproke had kind of been chatting about. We wanted to put a heavy large laser onto it because it was going to be much more effective than that Snubnose PPC. Apollo's not allowed to drive the Lego. I didn't want him driving that thing for obvious reasons. So we're going to bring the Lego just for the hell of it, because it's a lot of fun and it happens to be kind of the channel mascot. By the way, if you're new to watching the channel, maybe hit the follow button so you can get notifications whenever. Check down below for all the links to things like donations and Discords and YouTube channels, and you can do the whole Twitch thing yourself. We're doing this to have some fun, so we may as well just continue on with the fun. Paul shouldn't be allowed to drive a mech. He is not terrible sometimes. Thank you, Kellyanne Kyle Moore. Yeah, cool name. For following. Hope you enjoy the ride. Miss Cluster shot and hit Arclight. It's happened. Actually, no, wasn't that Arclight driving? When she just basically planted the entire cluster round into the back of the Viper, was it? No, it was the Arctic Cheetah. That was a while ago. That's like episode 3 or 4 of Clan Invasion. So, managed to do quite a bit of good work on that one, regardless. It was one of the first missions that we played with the Mama Bird, before the Mama Bird even had its name. So that's pretty fun. We need to be on the lookout for more improved heavy, or just large lasers. Heavy large lasers specifically, because they do all the damages, and I wish to have more damage. More damage is always a lot more fun than less damage. But if Apollo was not allowed to drive a mech, who would Tarek have to shoot in the back and blame it's not the fuck? Well, to be fair, Punisher has actually done that quite a few times, so Punisher may actually be one of the most lethal people to his own team. If you'll recall, Punisher was the one who killed the Lego in an alternate timeline. Yeah, but it was Apollo, so it's okay. It's fine. The mechs don't take that much damage when they explode. They only cost me $250,000 seals to build. Oh, that was a painful repair cost. Dude, Punisher has caused some really bad shots in the back before. Ones that honestly should not have happened. One of the things I kind of want to get my hands on, though, is definitely Arrow 4 artillery. Has proven to be very effective in the... There we go. I was getting a little bit worried. But yeah, Arrow 4 artillery would be a nice thing to pick up. Maybe something like a tag that we could mark out the enemy for Arrow 4 artillery strikes. Wouldn't that be a cool item, guys? Game launch now. Yeah, we gotta give it a little bit more. There we go. Alrighty, apparently we're dropping down in the middle of the Swiss Alps again. We gotta get off this tundra planet. It's causing me no end to nightmares about worrying about getting stuck on things. Oh, we should be good. Lovely. So there is a battle off there in the distance. Let us have the Novago, which is a little bit of a contradiction in there. If only we had one of those. Dream Mag, you gotta chill, man. We're gonna pop a blood vessel at some point. Yeah, if we had it, it'd be great, but you know, I don't think items like that actually exist. I hear that some people have some plans to design such things, but I doubt that such an item could ever actually be included in the game. So we're going to sprint on forward and bring the brand new... That's such an odd combination of weapons. MML-10, MML-10, LRM-15, LRM-15, light tag, integrated laser AMS. I forgot about that. Oh, this actually is going to be defended. I heard the game a bit. Alrighty. So the Nova can follow the road for the little bit of movement bonus that's going to give. And we've identified a hunchback. Zoom all the way in. Okay, it's an Aerosphere hunchback. No 2C model for us. Have you ever dreamed about that, Les? Oh, someday. Someday. If we go back to running really low level missions and we start running in all the urban mechs again. That's the solution. Alright, catapult, take aim. That's not worth it on the MMLs. But I am going to lob a little bit of just normal fire towards it just to see what ends up happening. Okay, we're not dealing with AMS, which is a good thing to find out. As long as we don't find the MMLs in a situation like that, it's perfectly fine just to test the waters. Mama Bird going to come on forward, looking for a direct line of sight. Nothing else in sensor range just yet, which is moderately concerning, but maybe that'll end up working to our favor. Lego coming on forward with its massive anti-stability gun, which, by the way, this thing firing in cluster mode in the middle of just like a mad melee with clan mechs is really good, as we found out yesterday. Incoming long-range fire, not able to connect with us. 50% armor as well, so that's really helpful. Yep. We have identified a Vulcan. So we've got a Vulcan and primitive hunchback. That's not anything. That's not an ultra autocannon. So we're dealing with the primitive hunchback. Nothing too dangerous at all. He's got a pair of medium or heavy rifles, something like that. It's not all that much damage that he can actually put out. So we just need to find a good position to fight from. I think I will have to go with the... No, I'm going to reserve Apollo, because that way other people can get out of his way so he can move a little bit more aggressively into range. Bring the Nova forward, and I think I really do want to get a little bit of pressure going down on top of that mech. So give me the direct line of sight. There we are.
Got it. Max speed, no shooting.
Really terrible accuracy. Fire anyway. Managed to get a hit on the leg, so we've already gotten through that leg joint perfectly. Unless it headshots.
What do you need?
Alright, Arclight can then bring the Lego on around, and the Lego can actually get several interesting lines of sight. We'll actually take that one just to sort of take a peek. 72% accuracy. Oh, do I go for the cluster? I think we do. 87.
Here we go.
And that's why we went for the cluster. Cluster rounds are so amazing. I love them. Absolutely adore the silver bullet Gauss rifle. Remember you have a lot of different ammo on the catapult? Yeah, we just kind of threw everything at it. Another AC2 shot from the Vulcan. Nothing too all that dangerous so far. And Punisher in the Mama Bird. Yeah, you're going to bring down that hunchback, please. Yeah, just position yourself like so. Take aim and knock it over. Missed with the Gauss rifle, but the ultra autocannon managing to make the connection, so that'll push the primitive hunchback over onto his back, and I might be able to actually kill him with missiles alone, which was the point of reserving Apollo, to see if I couldn't get that direct line of sight, which we had somewhere. Game, give it back to me. There it is. Alrighty, so activate all the launchers. Let's see what we got. We have a listen kill SRMs, which are actually going to be quite accurate, or Infernos, which I don't think we're going to use. So we're going to use the listen kills out of the risks. Do I have any normal? I have incendiary ammo on those and normal. Okay, so it's listen kills and incendiaries. But yeah, I think we can just core it out. Let's go find out. In fact, let's warlord it just to make sure it's extra fun. Fire everything. Oh, that's a thing of beauty. Yeah, heavy rifle ammunition. So he's dead. So R2 getting its first kill. Another hunchback has arrived on the field in order to replace the last one. It's basically send in the next wave at this point. Mama Bird, do you have a shot from where you stand, actually? Game? You do have an obstructed side angle, which I would prefer a more direct side angle because it's a little bit more aggressive and allows us to feel a lot better. Oh, 33% of the enemy. Wow, we're going to make 700,000 Seabills out of this one. Let's overload that and just blast. I managed to get a couple of hits with the ultra autocannon. T-Bone or Arclight. Arclight might be able to get the shot I'm looking for. That. Come back to Arclight. That is indeed the shot that I'm looking for. 77% accuracy. Blast away. And left torso destroyed. Left arm destroyed. A whole bunch of machine guns. Plus heat. Did you actually break anything? Good. The weapon is still operating at maximum capability. We have to be careful with that thing because firing in cluster mode has a chance of actually breaking it. Come up over here. Take aim. And it's dead. Yeah, things seem to be going quite nicely. It's a cauldron, a little bit more of this and that. Yeah. And Apollo can come in. I don't think Apollo will be able to kill this target just on his own, but it would be pretty amusing to try and give it a chance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run up here, and we're dealing with a 7.7% chance to hit. So if we're going to deal with that, have some incendiaries, a gift from me to you. See if we can't light you a little bit on fire. So eventually a more direct amount of incendiaries would be a little bit better. He's on back to him. He's moving in phase 10, so pretty much the opposite of the pilots that we ran into in the last mission. And he's rushing off over to the side, not being all that sufficiently aggressive, at least for my taste. Run forward. Hey, that's a direct line of sight, buddy. Right. Came back over to normals. 25% is what we're getting. 28% on the MMLs. I'm not quite sure how the MMLs are getting so good. Listen kill, oh, because the listen kill SRM, of course. You know, just a good listen kill SRM. Flush the pods. And getting a remarkable number of hits on that one. And a whole bunch of ones. So that'll be good for the incendiaries. So we just need to get more people on target. Specifically, if I can get the Lego on target for another cluster round, that would be lovely. Burst away. And there goes his evasiveness. You didn't break the gun, right? That gun is a 4-day repair if we actually do manage to break it on a move, so we do kind of want to check in on it on occasion. And that's a fairly decent shot. And unfortunately we weren't able to quite capitalize on it, but it is definitely feeling the pain at this point, so Mama Bird might be able to come in with a good side angle shot. We're going to get right inside the middle of that short range bracket and blast away. And there goes his right torso, so he doesn't even have his guns anymore. Fighting Pirates is so nice and clean compared to Fighting Clans. He still has something, maybe, potentially. Maybe not. Apollo, ooh, you jammed one of your guns. That is unfortunate. So what we're going to do is we're going to set it back to normal because I think we just want to kill it. I don't think we're going to waste any time with this guy. There we go. Take care.
Tango down.
Alrighty, so if we took any damage at all, which it's only going to be like 1 or 2 mechs. So we dropped in with half the Lance. Just completely overwhelmed them entirely with our massive technology advantage and made a fairly decent amount of cash. Now, we're not going to make any bonus cash on this one, but we made about 500,000 Seabills out of that one, even with the drop cost, which is 600,000 or so. But yeah, fighting pirates is boring. Also, you make a lot of money, and there's nothing worth stealing. So, yep, half the lance, no damage, no damage. If you took any damage, it was 1 point. So, yeah, that worked out pretty good. And we got a pair of jump jets. To be fair, none of the other equipment there was actually worth anything. Yeah, it was quick, because we were fighting a 1.5 skull for pirates because y'all was complaining about it. It's like, oh, take the super easy mission. No, I want to fight the difficult battles. That is where glory is to be had. Nice and quick. Oh, no. No, no, no. I prefer the battle. Apollo's a missile guy. Good point. Yeah, Apollo is doing much better with missiles. Maybe we should rebuild the Viper to have nothing but MML-10s. That appeared to be more of his strengths. But then again, he was fighting something that even a toddler could fight. So we're going to have to see how he actually handles that mech in a little bit more deep of a battle. Because I suspect it might not go quite so easy. Loving those jump jets? Oh, yeah. These are extra specials, premium jump jets, so they are encrusted in rhinestones, clearly of pirate origin, but with a certain effervescent style to them. If only there was something between fighting a clown and 3 skulls and pirates at 1.5. Yeah, I know, if only I could do 4 and 4.5 skull missions. That would be fun. Alright, we need to wait literally no time on any of those repairs. None of the mechs actually took any damage. Alright, let's sync on the couple of days. Great, we're gonna have a fight. Let's give him a little prompting, see if he rises it. Morale increased by 5. What? They actually managed to accomplish something on the morale? I'm so proud of them. One more day. That's our pilots back. It's 6 days to Shadowcat, 3 days to the Cicada. We'll drop in on another easy mission, I suppose. Quick check on our 4 pilots who went on a mission. And there's always fighting pirates on Atlas and King Crabs on 5 skulls. Nothing, we're selling Silver Bullet, Gauss, Risk, MMLs, etc., etc. Yeah, but not when you're fighting low-level pirates. Guts is your injury, Tactics is your increased maneuverability, awesomeness, so we're going to go in that direction. Although, ooh, probably should have saved up for Punisher. Not Punisher, but the, it's a skull, you can't blame me too much for it. Save it for Warlord.
Got my attention.
Yes, Commander.
And
Good to go.
y'all's good. Okay, another mission. See if we can't turn this around. Now, I am going to put my foot down. We're not doing a bloody escort or base defense, but we'll do base attacks. So can't do that one, can't do that one. Recovery, 4 of 17. Who is this against? Planetary Government at 2 skulls. Could take it for cash, but it's not a lot of cash compared to... Because, like, it's a difference of 400,000, but we make 4 of 17 versus 0. Or, you know, we could massive our reputation with Con J Falcon. We're doing this for 4 of 17. Alright, drop this in the group. Do we want to bring a little bit of insurance? I think we want to drop a star. We'll drop the full star just to make sure that we have a little bit of backup on this one. Jester, get back in your Arctic Cheetah. We'll be able to do it. Probably not doing it all. Now, we'll blitz through this one quick. And hopefully this will work out okay. So we will drop the star. Maximum skulls. One can dream. One can dream. Technically, this says that it's a 2.5 skull battle that we're about to get involved with, so maybe that'll be interesting. Although the game is sort of skewed because it's expecting you to drop all 8 mechs, so that might be a mistake. Yes, 4 of 17 priority salvage. The difference of, 400,000 is like, yeah, it would be very difficult not to come up with the advantage on that one. If we do this right, and we manage to get the Arctic Cheetah in a lot of good positions, what we can end up forcing is a whole bunch of ejections, which may end up netting us a whole bunch of supplies. So cross your fingers to actually run into one of Raza's urban mech lances, because if we run into a couple of urban risk Urbies, we might be able to get a lot of the good gear that we've kind of been missing for a long time, like that Arrow 4 tag, which would be so good to have. Anyone remember which arm the Arrow 4 tag is on, so we can try and avoid actually blowing it up? But yeah, our recovery, real quick, we'll run in, we'll blow up everything, and we'll steal all the stuff, and we'll get out of here. That would be nice. That is the goal. That is the desire, the strong feelings that we have for victory to be maintained. Should end up actually having Nidhogg gunship from behind the map. Well, at the very least, on this particular mission, if the Nidhogg gunship goes on a wild goose chase throughout the entire map, we can just leave the map instead of having to hunt him down. Ugh. The fact that their AI seems to very much prioritize trying to flee the battlefield if all goes worse is really irritating. Hello, Brick. Welcome to the stream. Glad you can join us for this one. We're about an hour out in and sort of doing a little bit of slumming it through the missions, mainly at Sprogue's insistence. So... yeah, we have a little bit of a hike, but nothing too serious, and a lot of icy terrain in order to take advantage of us. However, that does mean, of course, that the Arctic Cheetah is going to be a little less effective. Maybe I should have taken the Cougar, but if we get a little bit lucky, we get a little bit of cooking going on, we might have some really fun things to get done.
Waiting on you, Commander.
And T-Bone having that advanced cockpit, which gives him the ultra-secret night vision. Not that, most of that mech is good for much else, but still. And I need to desperately get myself some more ammunition. That might be something else that we might be able to grab on this. Screw you, game! Lego is not actually appearing in this battle. Great. Umber, just get on surging up in there. Let's go figure out what you're dealing with. No target. Oh, we do have a target. It's a tiger. Yeah, Super once again. Poor drop air, no levitate. We'll get the drop air on the next one. And a flea. Okay, so unless this flea is carrying suspicious cargo, it is not because it's carrying medium pulse lasers. So 2 medium pulse lasers. It should have 2 more tons of ammunition, or 2 more tons for other things at the very least. It might be equipped with some lighter-ish weapons. Sprint, please, so you can move ultra fast on this one. Hopefully hunt him down and target him with all the awesome weapons at your disposal, like a plasma gun. Missed rather aggressively.
Failed to connect.
Got home and found my garage door spring broke. Oof, that's a rough one. How heavy is that door? I've had to try and help fix a couple of garage springs, and they are just a nightmare. You need 2 people to do it, really, in order to do it easily, anyway. Alright, T-Bone. Because you got to rewind the spring afterwards, and that's just a pain if you got to do it on your own. The Nova might be able to get a good shot. Might be. No. The Nova just mostly incinerated the flea. So it's on the ground. So, no more doing any of that. Oh, that Nova doing an excellent job of managing to absolutely annihilate things. Air attack at close range, fun one. Well, as long as you have the armor to manage it. A little bit of light fire coming in on the Arctic Cheetah, but as we suspected, no actual engine connect on that one. Oh, because we're looking through the night scope, so it's the image is intensified to a certain extent. Let's bring the catapult on forward, see if we can't rain a little bit of destruction on that flea. Only 20%. I am going to target the center torso. We'll shut off the MMLs and just see if we can't bombard. Hi, missiles from above. You're a flea, so you shouldn't have too much going on for you. He managed to survive. Where's his last ton going? Because he's got a flamer and 2 medium pulse lasers, and a normal flea only has 6 tons. Face in that direction. Embrace. Be prepared for anything. You might be ambushed from behind. Death to the flea. And more fire coming in on the Arctic Cheetah. Ooh, swarm ammunition. I mean, we're probably not going to use it because swarm ammunition kind of sucks, but still not bad. And a yellow jacket. Okay, you actually have a gun worthwhile. However, it's probably a Rack 5. And wait a second, what is that? Is that a catapult? Because that could be a catapult. More raiding on us, but not much connection on the Arctic Cheetah, unless, of course, you just dropped mines on us, and thus we have pain. Fleas normally only have 1 flamer on them. Maximum hover. Stiletto. Okay, so this is a special genre. So we just need to get our Arctic Cheetah on close so we can start annihilating vehicles, because a lot of people are trying to kill him with a lot of missiles. So we'll kill that flea very shortly. Another yellow jacket. That's painful. That is unpleasant. So we've got multiple yellow jackets at this point. Which, I don't know if they're launching missiles at me or mines, but those could be MMLs. And if those are MMLs, I'm probably nabbing them all. Because MMLs are very, very useful. Oh crap, it's a bloody minefield. I hate you so much, game. I hate minefields. Minefields just suck. They're not fun to play against, they just suck. Shoot. I was kind of hoping you'd kill them, but apparently not. So, how do I get the Arctic Cheetah on out of this one? Because the Arctic Cheetah kind of is stuck where it is. Shift on over here. Oh, we ran over the landmines anyway, so, yeah, kill that. Alright, it's dead. So, no more flea. That's been taken care of. Who's the next target? Yeah, Jester can't get out of this minefield. That really sucks. Alright, how much armor do you have on this? You know, ooh. Remember how we were talking about putting a lot of mine clearance ammo on this thing? And I was like, nah. Yeah, I regret that decision. I regret that decision a lot. Alright, let's, how much ammo or tons you got? You've got 100 damage in your legs. Let's go find out how bad this minefield is. Oh, it's not a bad minefield. Okay, we can take that. That's not too terrible at all. Kind of don't want to bother with any of you. I will shoot at the yellow jacket, because why not? We'll shut off the MMLs just to keep them intact. And just flood a couple of missile pods their way. Somebody's got AMS. Okay, that's a problem. Gotta love mines. Yeah, sure. Rush off over in this direction. Give me a line of sight with the Tiger.
Roger. Full speed.
14 damage. Okay, it's not too terrible. Could shoot at you, but I'm not going to bother. I'm going to see if I can kill you. Or, no, we're... So they're mine dispensers, which really kind of sucks. Nailed him with a plasma rifle, and there goes a tank in no difficulty at all. So we're dealing with 2 full lances at this point, it seems. One is supporting lance, one is the normal actual defenses. But yeah, at least this was a fairly light minefield that we can hopefully work with in the near future. Do need to knock out these yellow jackets. Unfortunately, getting accurate fire with the plasma gun is going to be rather hard. Breaching shot managed to actually connect on the Nova rather painfully. So we're going to have to deal with it. Don't forget the drone ping. Yeah, once we get within range to use the EWS, we will be able to do something like that. However, we're not quite within range of the EWS. Soon, though. We'll probably get somewhere around here and just ping everybody. Of course, that means Apollo has to kind of go first. And that's going to be an interesting thing to try and do. Or last, I suppose, if the case may be. If we hold all of our movement until after they all go. But they're not all that great pilots, it seems like. They're mostly sort of operating at the bottom end of the initiative and just stacking all the movements. Oh, it's a Vulcan. Huh, cute. Running into a lot of these lately, which is kind of interesting considering the Vulcan's coming in the next version, or the next expansion pack for BattleTech Heavy Metal. So 8 brand new mechs plus 2 ones for free. The Warhammer and Marauder for absolutely everybody. Gotta reload RT. So what do you mean? Like you're gonna oh, you're playing now? Yeah, lots of Vulcans apparently on the field. Lots, and the Vulcan is coming as part of Heavy Metal, which will be interesting. It's gonna be a bit of a cannon fodder mech in vanilla, but hey, we all know how good Vulcans. I can't finish that sentence. It's a 40-ton mech. Come on, guys. Let's be honest with ourselves. Vulcans kind of suck. They're cool though. They look cool. They're just not very good. Although, maybe I can cram an Ultra Autocannon 20 into a Vulcan and just sort of run around with the walls. That might actually be a good time to have. Because an Ultra Autocannon 20, 3-4 rounds of ammunition, strap on a whole bunch of jump jets and a decent amount of armor. We might be able to go to town with that one. So that might be an interesting inclusion. Definitely going to have to see about doing something like that in the near future if we manage to get our hands on one of these. Although that's, of course, no guarantee. Besides, we're mostly into the 50-55 ton bracket at this point, thanks to our brand new mechs that are currently still being built. They better do ammo switching for the LBX. I'm hoping, but it doesn't look like it. So there wasn't any cluster ammunition. There didn't appear to be any UI element to press in order to swap it over. So it does appear that the LBX is just going to be sort of NWO-style shotguns, which is literally the most disappointing thing they could have done. Alright, if you want to shoot that, 48%, shoot it. Oh, that was good. That was so good.
Vehicle trash.
Alright, so we've managed to knock that out, which is going to be lovely, and we'll just continue to maneuver off over to the side.
Copy.
Oh, we've identified somebody else who's providing ECM coverage. Where is he? Oh, it's the Fulcrum. I'm going to kill you with everything I've got. Rush on forward. Let's go engage this. There we go. I can avoid the minefield just barely. Let's go engage this Falcon. It's not going to be a great shot, but hey. We've got big guns, and we cannot lie. I really do think that a UAC-20 is a good idea with any mech, even if it only has 9 rounds. It's not, though, because the accuracy problems in RogueTech mean that you need some sustain. So if you're going to burn out all your ammunition in 4.5 rounds, that's not going to get anything done. Oh, baby, you've got heavy larges. Or no, because heavy larges are yellow. What are you packing? What broke? Anti-missile system unjammed. Oh, that sucks. He unjammed the system right as it basically is going to be coming around for Apollo's turn. Alright, that accuracy is absolute trash, but we're going to shoot anyway. Oh! I take that back! Good job, T-Bone! So that was like a sub 10% that he managed to double nail on a target. So that's beautiful, and no anti-missile defense system to have to worry about. It's time for y'all to die.
No shooting, just run.
Landmines 13. Okay, so it really was not a bad landmine implosion. 9%, 18. Yeah, it's 25 here. We're going to switch these over to SRMs, though. Ooh, actually, the SRMs are going to be less accurate. That's unfortunate. So, how big's your ping? Really big. If I do that, though, does it last until the next thing? Just stack some medium lasers or something to work as sustain? What's the point of the mech? Let's see if I can't just... Oh, we overcame him with flooding him with ammo. That's beautiful. His caseless UX-5 ammo just detonated. Inferno on a Vic, indirect. Now we managed to kill the Vulcan without too much trouble. And LEGO is currently providing cheerleading support. We've attached a pom-pom to the end of the Silver Bullet Gauss rifle. Sort of waves it around in a big old flag sign, cheering us on as we march on into battle with one of our units missing. That's a whole lot of fire. Oh, because you dropped your Inferno bomb. Now, luckily for us, the Arctic Cheetah is incredibly cold, so we should be able to move out from underneath that and shoot anyway. Even more incoming fire on the Arctic Cheetah. Lots of damage all over the place. What's the point of the UX-20 No, it's because you're only getting 4.5 rounds of your actual gun, and now you're just a medium laser boat that's kind of crappy at that. So, no, unless you can make that weapon sustainable, then what's the point? You may as well just go all medium lasers. Because that UAC-20 is going to cost you 15 tons. Well, 13 tons because it's a clan UAC-20. So, 13 tons worth of lasers and medium lasers, I'd rather have that than cram on a UAC-20 that's going to stop working after 4 rounds. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to do it in that way. You could shoot him down, potentially. Or you could annihilate the Fulcrum. But really, I want him dead. So we're going to risk the Warlord. And kill the yellow chicken. To be fair, I kind of figured that would happen, but I wanted to give it a shot anyway. I had to give it a chance to be easy. Okay, yeah, rush over here. Who cares about the fire? Get our heat completely under control. Mama Bird can come over here and start engaging the helicopters. At least it should be able to. Apparently it's an obstructed shot. I call shenanigans. Give me an angle here that's not obstructed so I can actually kill this thing. Wow, way to be, game. Alright, we'll come up right over here. This will be fine. Take aim, it's 23%. You know what, I'm going to Warlord. Go full Warlord. Blast him. Oh, we hit him with the Gauss rifle. Yellow Jacket is gone.
I'll give you that much.
Just save it for 50% shots. That's 450 damage or whatever. Really seems worth it to me. It's not like you're ever going to go to skirmish range.
What's up, Bob?
Okay, now calculate that exact same damage over that same course of rounds if you stacked on the medium lasers. Like, it doesn't make sense. If you only got a couple of rounds of shooting, then the obvious answer is to move over towards a... wow, that's a lot of stuff. Is to move over towards a medium laser design. So there's no point in spending that much tonnage on a weapon system that you can only use a couple of times. Like, not even the R60 does that.
Max speed.
Or the R60L.
Firing everything I've got.
We managed to get some damage on the Maxim, but it's not dead yet. That's going to require a little bit more work. Wait for that. Probably not worth it considering adding more medium lasers would mean adding more heat sinks. To a point, you know. No, I think if you're going to go that route, you're better off just taking it for the medium lasers and the energy hardpoints. Like, if you can't run that gun for 10 rounds, don't bother. Because at that point, you can't skirmish with the damn thing. You can't shoot while you're coming into range, so the entire time while you're trying to get to that UX-20 range, you're going to get murdered. The R60L only carries 1 ton of ammo, doesn't it? I forget. Although, R60, our current mech, has a similar tonnage. Only 1 ton, but it's... No, it has a double ton? Ah, whatever. But no, I wouldn't build that. I mean, you could try and convince me, and you would fail to convince me. Alright, let's see if I can't kill you, because I think you might be the last one. Hi, buddy.
Giving them everything I've got.
Fire! Lots of fire. Did you miss literally every single shot?
No luck.
Making my life more difficult than it needs to be. Come on up over here.
Roger.
You've got the Gauss rifle. Oh, look at you.
Triggering an alpha strike.
You're not dead, which is even more impressive, actually. Keep putting the pressure on if you can. That's a shot that I've got.
Going turbo.
Oh, and the accuracy is really good. Why is the accuracy so good on this Fulcrum? Can I get anybody else to shoot at that same
What
target?
do you need?
Not Arclight, clearly.
Holding and cooling.
Lego, there's only 1 ton, 8 rounds of ammo. Yeah, but so I've got 3 more rounds. But the only reason why I ended up building that mech, and you know this because you were here when we were building it, is because I was able to cram on the Silver Bullet Gauss rifle, which has a junk fire mode. And we've run out of ammo before on the damn thing. Alright, let's give him all of the incendiaries for the additional damage. See if we can't just flush him out with enough fire. Engine crit, but he's not actually dead.
Now that hit something good.
It has been a problem on several battles. We've run out of ammunition, and we've also almost scrapped the gun by running out of ammunition. We fired junk, yeah, we fired junk like 2-3 times. But it's always been on longer-ish battles where we've needed it. And that's, again, the only reason why I ended up using the Silver Bullet Gauss rifle with a single ton. Because we did have that capability. But other than that, I wouldn't bother. It's not good enough to try and maintain that. So, and trying to maintain that with 4.5 rounds of shooting versus the 8 rounds of shooting we get on our current, I mean, that's just not sustainable. That's not something you can actually pull off. Alright, how about I just murder... no, I've got better people to murder you with. Because what I want to do is I want to send the Arctic Cheetah after the Fulcrum that's running away.
Receiving you.
You get back here, you bloody coward. Oh, you prick. Right. Apollo, give me some accurate direct fire with all of your missiles. Because clearly this is the job that you were born to do. Cerems, less than kills. Sure, actually, no. Go to incendiaries. Flood it with fire. There we go. If I shoot enough times, eventually I can get something done.
One more for the trash heap.
How ain't that thing shooting its rockets? Huh? Looks like there's 8 hardpoints with them. I have no idea how the AI makes some of its determinations.
Managing heat.
Right, T-Bone, we're not going to chase after him. We're just going to move over here. Maybe we'll actually respond to that. Yep, hold position. We'll get the person on the Nova. And maybe this fulcrum will actually come back to us? Because right now this running shit is getting old. Like, get back here, you coward. But we have managed to deal with the primary lance, so technically we don't even need to kill this guy. It still would have been nice to fully finish them off. Apparently he needs to decide what he's doing.
The asset is in hand.
Oh, I actually need to get him out of here. Sucks. Come over here. See if you can't get a little bit of a electronic warfare ping somewhere time soon. Alright, Apollo, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna run in this direction as far as you can. I don't care if you're in a burning forest, that's fine.
Copy that.
And you're gonna activate the probe. Find me this little guy. We didn't actually find him, so there's that going for us. Where's the evac point? Over here. It's gotta be faster to hunt this guy down, but it's not like the Nova's gonna have a significant influence on that one. This would never happen if you actually fought real climbers. We did fight real climbers, remember? They kept trying to melee us the entire time. Try to come in here with this gatekeeping crap.
Acknowledged.
Oh, perfect.
Sweet.
Please die. Just one hit is all you need. Oh, I swear to God, just... Evac in the middle of the minefield. Yep, that's definitely semi-ray working for us. We can't evac anyway because we can't get arc light into it. So we have to kill this fulcrum. At least we know where it is. Although I'm a little surprised that the ping didn't get it. Okay, he's gonna move behind me. Blasting a whole bunch of stuff. And he killed himself. Good job. Okay, at least that's taken care of. Managed to save me some ammunition. It's like you have to kill him because you got a stuck mech. Yep. Taken care of. Thanks to suicide on the part of the enemy. So good work, everybody, on the last one. Now, let's see. What was the salvage that we got on this one? We got a stiletto, which happened to have some really interesting lasers, which I kind of want to take a look at. Because I think we managed to keep them mostly preserved, which will be an interesting peek. 52,000 was what we got paid out for that one, which we should not deduct in drop costs. Artechita taking kind of some rough damage from that minefield, but hey, we should be alright. It's like fighting the Tortugans. You're just jealous. 1, 2, 3, 4 parts of a stiletto. Large laser diverse optics. Huh. Well, I know what we're grabbing. Risk MML tags. That's certain fours, tags, Angel ECMs, Bloodhounds, XL engine, which I could sell for cash, but I already got one. Ultralight gyro, just in case. Ferrofibrous. I don't think I need it, because I have clan ferrofibrous. Got a couple of mask systems. Signature dampeners. Ooh, grab one of those, because that'll be nice. Machine gun ammo, thunder ammo, swarm ammo. Don't need any of that. Do I have any masks at the moment? I have 2, so I don't need those. Don't need any heat sinks. Signature dampener is a stealth enhancement. 6% signature. Stealth, when activated, can be added to a mimetic armor system. Oh, this is an additional, isn't it? You put this on top of an already equipped thing, I think. Not positive about that because it's not all that clear. Signature enhancement. So that's got to be it. It's got to be a supplementary system. None of these fusion cores really interest me because we're already good on most of those. I think I have a clan version of that Bloodhound probe, and the Angel ECM, well, interesting. I have 3 of them. Just need to do a final check, make sure there's no large X-Pulse laser or something that I'm missing. Just the single diverse optics, large laser, and the Federated Sun's weapon. Alright, so we're picking up, you know, a quartet of Risk MML towns, which are great. 3 pack of medium lasers. I'd rather have this stuff. So we didn't get it anyway, but that's not a problem. Because at the end of the day... Oh, we got the XL engine, so we can sell that. So I'm pretty content with picking up this stuff. The Ultralight Gyro I'm not a huge fan of, but at the end of the day, it's a little bit of... It's weight pulling off, and if I put it onto a fire support mech, it won't be that terrible. Although I do still definitely hate putting Ultralight Gyros on things. XL Gyros aren't so bad. They just take up a little bit more space in your center torso, which a lot of mechs don't actually have anything they can put in the center torso. So the fact that they take up more space doesn't really matter, and they keep your stability at full power. Double XL Gyros I have a bit of a problem with because they take up space in your side torso, and suddenly that gets a little bit more risky. And so that can become a bit of a problem. But yeah, some good all-around gear over there. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to pick up any sort of real good stuff. but we are starting to make Clan Jade Falcon like us, and apparently Clan Jade Falcon are the people who are actually out here in the middle of clan space to fight. So that'll be nice. So I found thank you, Arthols. I really do appreciate it. Hi, Katza. I've arrived. Can you enlighten me as to what's been going on? Well, we've been going through and basically slumming it. A couple of people have expressed an interest in making sure we take the lower level missions just to make sure that we can fund the war machine. And come on, we don't need to fund the war machine that hard. At the end of the day, we might end up selling a few things. Also, we're on the desperate look for ammunition because for some reason we just cannot find ammunition anywhere. All right, Hyperscape is going to be 3 more days. Thank you, Arnthals, for following. Really do appreciate it. 6 days before the Shadowcat Nova RTG is going to be 2 days. We'll have much of this patched up. However, I think I'm probably just going to wait until I can get 8 full mechs again. We built R2 Catapult as a rocket boat as in the middle of testing it. It's not a rocket boat, it's a missile boat. Rockets are a different thing. Okay, we've got our Hyper Cicada back, which is a little bit dented, but that will be fine. We'll be able to fix most of that. I'm all for maximum skulls on this. See, Rekkar's got it. Although we will probably be traveling soon. We fixed the foot for free. That'll be the Hyper Cicada back, rocking and rolling cable. So Apollo needs an LRM 80 boat or a close MRM brawler. Well, he's pretty close to it already. He's got an LRM 50 boat. I want to wait 2 more days. Talk done. Alrighty, so let's go see what happened to the Viper. The Viper is mostly in pieces. So we gotta repair it. Unfortunately, I don't have enough heavy medium lasers in order to actually build that. However, we do have heavy larges. So let's just repair all. That'll take us another 2,000 for a single day. We're missing a heatsink kit and an omnipod lower. I think I can oblige on both of those, although it is getting a little bit irritating replacing the heatsink kits all the time on this thing. Ooh, it's gonna be our last one. That's unfortunate. Come over here to the equipment. Give me omnipod lower. I do have that. Lovely. Do I put the hand on there too? I can put a hand on there. Even better. I really don't need it because it's just +1 melee accuracy and stuff, but it does give me a stand-up bonus, although that's not really implemented just yet. For all the Prime people out there, if you're not using the free sub, do... Oh yeah, Sprog pushing us to shill. By the way, if you're enjoying and you happen to have Amazon Prime, you have a free sub which you can apply every single month. It has to be reapplied every month for it to work, but hey, yeah, if you have that sort of thing, feel free to. It's the only way for a sub, and we appreciate it, we really do. Okay, so we've got 2 tons open, or we could run off the Snubnose PPZ and have 8 tons open, which we may end up actually doing. So first things first, we're going to go over weapons, we're going to come over to lessers, and I have a single medium improved, but I also have a single large heavy. If I manage to find an additional ton, I could throw on the hyper laser and turn this sort of into the Hyper Cicada all over again. I think we do something like that. How's my heat efficiency? 60 for 90. Nah, not exactly right. Large pulse laser pirate would be interesting, but it's a little bit too heavy. Just show me a whole bunch of ER medium clans. Could do something like that, although the temperature's starting to spike quite high. It's rather ridiculous that the ER mediums that cost so much heat, considering they do so little damage. MG bot? Yeah, we could. Alright, let's take a look at machine guns. So, etc. A machine gun array heavy would be quite nice. Costs us 3 tons, and then we throw on a single ton of ammunition. So how many guns is in an array? 3 times 12. Wait, what? So, multiple machine guns consists of 3 heavy machine guns. So we could either throw on 3 heavy machine guns or a whole bunch of normal machine guns. But I think the 3 might end up working. Or just a medium laser stack. The only thing I have a concern about a medium laser stack is the heat, especially if we use the heavy large laser. Because we don't have any normal medium lasers, we're currently operating out of the XLs, MG clans. Yeah, we can throw on a lot of machine guns doing this. And 4, and 1, and we're out of machine guns. That's all the machine guns I've got. Alright, so of course the ammunition in order to run that. So... where are you? Etc. So I need normal machine gun ammo. I have, of course, tracer accuracy. This is 200 shots. Each machine gun fires 2 times 4? 4 times? Does it fire 2? It fires twice. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 20. I need a second ton of ammo for this. Nah, 200 shots ought to be fine, right? That's 200 rounds per. We've got tracer ammo, which is what we're going to be using, because it gives us a +1 accuracy. So we're not going to mess anything with that. Unless we put on... No, that's HE. These can be fired between 1 and 6. Okay, so 30 shots per. We're going to need a second ton of ammo. if we want to build machine gun bot. Alright, where's my ammunition tracer? Throw on a second ton. Oh, that feels very, very dangerous to put in here. I normally consider machine gun ammunition to be a self-destruct. Probably want to run 3 to 4 shots most of the time. So that's still 20 shots a round. We're talking 15 to 20 shots per round, so you get 10 out of each one. So maybe this might be a little bit much ammunition, but I could try and just continue to ramp it up. Add armor. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw on a half ton of machine gun ammo. That'll be good enough. Then we'll throw on a ton of armor. And that should hopefully keep this mech alive just a little bit longer. When I get shot at all the time. I get to 50 on both? Aha, I can. And I'm going to armor up this. Oh, I can even better. Perfect 0. It's not like I can't use it very often. I don't know what I'd use with that extra half ton though. It's terrible damage for heat, so you only want to use it when you're fishing. 1 damage for 1 heat. Oh yeah, that's right, it sucks. It sucks really bad, but this ought to be good for now, I think. We're at perfect tonnage. ECM, it's already got a sensor tracker on board, which is an auto ECM for it. Plus, I don't think I have a half-ton ECM system in order to cram on into it. Guardians 1.5, my active probe would be half a ton? No, it's a full ton. Yeah, I don't have a half-ton ECM, but we've got a sensor tracker on it already. So that'll give us a short-range ECM for ourselves, which is pretty much all we ever needed for it anyway. So 2 days in order to patch this thing up. And if we need to, we'll rip that heavy large laser out of it and put it somewhere else. You do have clan armor, so you have case. I don't want to add on the tonnage for that. So this will be reasonably fine. Well, we're going to be shooting potentially, what, 30 shots for criticals, so it ought to be good. We're doing a lot of just fishing if we're going to end up using that. So it'll probably be used mostly for its large laser, very much in the same way that the Arctic Cheetah used to be used. We'll run around the edge of the battlefield, we'll snipe people, we'll hit them with it, and then eventually we'll run on in, just do a whole bunch of machine guns. Wonder what the model look like? Yeah, that'll be interesting, because they did a pretty good job with machine gun imports. But we have... Unfortunately, the medium lasers aren't showing up. That is unfortunate. Still, we have our Shadow Cat ready. Our Disco Cat. Oh, that's right. We needed to rename it. This might be worth putting a breaching shot cockpit in. Disco Cat, as was requested. Confirm. If we did that, we'd be looking for a pirate targeting system, just purely because... What does he have right now? Can't even read, and I'm not going to bother with it. We'll come back to it, and we'll take a look. I mean, it is an Omni-Mech, so we can basically drag and drop and put anything on it at any time that we really want. Alright, so I think I've had enough doing the low-level skull missions for a little while. We're going to grab the hardest missions on the left on the planet, and we may consider moving at the end of the stream, just so we can get a little bit more of our legs stretched, although we do need a little bit more cash before we do that sort of move. Also, Jade Falcon needs our help. Let's settle a grudge. So Jade Falcon will love it. 7 to 13 priority salvage. Or I could do that and miss out on 200,000 C-bills worth of stuff and get 1 of 4. If you got a fire starter and fill it to the brim with small lasers, do me a favor and call it the party starter. Okay, we'll definitely keep that one in mind. Alright, this will put me up to 79, so that'll be pretty good. That looks good. Money? Money? It still could potentially be heavy mechs, but yeah. We gotta start saving up cash to leave. I'm tired of this planet. I want to go home. Alright, so first things first, we need our Arctic Cheetah for the cooking. We want the Cougar because it's a lot of fun. We'll, of course, bring the Drop Bear, because how can we forget the Drop Bear? And we'll test out the Disco Cat, because it's going to be fun. Jester in the Arctic Cheetah. We need a good gunnery pilot. That's Exodus in the Cougar. Drop Bear can be driven by Coach today, and Ek can drive the Disco Cat. Where is home, though? I'm not sure what you're asking. Hi, Sean. Welcome to the stream. Glad you joined us. Anywhere the hardest? I suppose, if you want to get like that, but sure. Alright, we're going to be dropping down everything we've got. Well, not everything. Of course, we're leaving this Hyper Cicada at home, and the Vapor Eagle is currently still being redesigned. But, yeah, as is the Viper, but at the end of the day, it's a Viper, so nobody really cares. Alright, so hopefully Apollo has found his new calling in his brand new mech, and maybe that'll work out. Maybe I should have swapped that Lego for the Hyper Cicada. But but that silver bullet Gauss rifle is really good. Not gonna lie, the silver bullet Gauss rifle is really powerful. Yes, Lego Uber honest. Oh yes, it's a very powerful trash can. It has been surprisingly resilient too. That thing, Lego has been hit by heavy large lasers and hyper lasers before and has managed not to have been killed. So that little mech has managed to survive through a lot. Lego's great. Yes, it is. We just need to make sure that it survives, because that can become a little bit of the trick on this one, because it's 30 tonner and it's very slow. But somebody made a suggestion on one of the YouTube videos for what we should replace the Lego. Oh yeah, a Jaeger mech. They suggested, because they say basically the Jaeger mech is a scaled up urban mech. So if we were to upgrade the Lego, we would turn it into a Jaeger mech, which I thought was a pretty interesting read on the situation. I might want to lean a little bit more into the rifleman side of things, simply because I like riflemen more, but we haven't really run into any. Maybe a rifleman 2C. That'd be really interesting too. Literally unkillable. The way it does is fight friendly fire. The only way you die is if I let you die. Apollo's new mech is the Viper Mark II? We could. I mean, what does the rest of the people in the stream think? Should we rename that brand new Catapult R2 to the Viper Mark II? There's a bigger Lego out there. It does have a cool name. Big Mac, if we find it, I would probably do it. The Big Buddy?
Command interface initiated.
Yeah, we'll be on the lookout for a Big Mac, but I don't think we're going to run into a Big Mac anytime soon. 8 Mark III. Well, we didn't change the design of it, that's kind of thing. Alright, we have quite the hike, but there does appear to be a local government-supported lance. By the way, if we run into a whole bunch of heavy mechs, it's Sprogue's fault, the fact that we can't steal them. Oh, hi. Right. Wasn't expecting to meet you guys here. I just fired his back, maybe we'll get lucky. Not all that lucky today, that would appear. And they're moving at 15, which is really kind of good a sec. You laughing, right? You don't know what it's going to be. There's 2 other lances over here. You have no idea. If there are a couple of heavy mechs down here, then we are definitely blaming you. Without a second thought. Arctic Cheetah is going to be over here. We're probably not going to have good accuracy, purely because, you know, first turn. But if I just get a couple of hits... Oh, it's a SAM launcher. That's really cool. Warlord it up, because I don't think I'm going to be overheating anybody for the next 2 turns. Come on, just one of those flamers needs to hit. And not a single one did. That's the second time he's managed to completely whiff a flamer roll. Hunchback 4 SP, so it's a pretty terrible hunchback. I'm going to wait on the Cougar, and I'm going to wait on the Disco Cat, just so I can get a little bit more damage onto it.
Waiting for the shot.
Yeah, he's been unlucky a couple of times, which is a little bit concerning. Because if the Arctic Cheetah actually gets really good shots on, it can do an astonishing amount of damage. We just, need to get shots on. So it looks like we're probably going to get shot at by this LRM carrier, but it does appear to be equipped with SAM ammunition, so I'm not super worried about it just yet. Got a bandit hovercraft, which could be a little bit dangerous. Also not all that worried about. Really, this lance is 30% ignorable. SAM launcher when you can't have a VTOL, right? SAM ammunition can be quite interesting. And hold on that, because as much as I would love to just flood it with a lot of fire, I'm going to wait. I don't have area of effect ammunition, so I'm just going to have to deal with it. Exodus is going to interrupt my 15, which I can't... Are you going down as well? Oh, no, he's not. He's moving up. Alright. So, Hunchback is currently going to be operating on 17, so he'll be moving in sometime soon. It is a 4SB, not all that worried about. 40 medium lasers and 12 SRMs? That's not all that scary. That's really not all that scary. Trust me. Exodus, I think... No, we gotta save, because Exodus's gun is too good not to save. I wish we had Artie for that. Yeah, if we had an Arrow 4, even just a normal Arrow 4 launcher, we would have a lot of damage up here. Or Swarm LRMs, but Swarm LRMs deal so little damage. Kind of makes you wonder if there's much of a point to it, because it's good for crit fishing and trying to hit targets that you can't touch, but... Yeah, a whole bunch of missiles coming in.
On hostile reinforcements. They're heading your way.
Gee, thanks, Darius. We really appreciate the heads up. You Philistine. Alright, so we have... Oh, the LRM carrier didn't move. It's only 200 damage? It's 200 scatter damage. There's a difference in quality of damage, man. You pay too much attention to raw numbers and not enough to where those numbers go. There's a reason why the medium laser Black Knight doesn't work all that well. Everyone's like, oh, we'll put a ton of medium laser to Black Knight. It'll be perfect. It was not perfect.
I hear ya.
Alright, let's go see if we can't absolutely murderize that guy. Lego! So Lego's going to come down the mountain and hope... Oh, stop getting in the way. Bring the Lego down the mountain. Has good shots on anything that it wants to look at, such as a cicada or a light LRM carrier, which it can't actually kill, so I'm not going to bother with it. So instead, cicada. Oh, that's a good hit. Structure exposed already. Darius nailed the message, just needs to work on its timing. That's one way of putting it. I think the more accurate way of putting it, he does want our job. He's trying to steal it, and he's going to do that by eventually getting us killed through various means. Do me a favor, don't hit the drop bear on this one. And it's dead. So first target destroyed.
Gotcha.
Alrighty, on to the next. We do want to kill that light LRM carrier, so let us bring the Apollo on forward with all of his LRMs, because, you know, he has quite a few of them. And a direct line of sight, I might add. Oh, that's good. How about if SRMs are even better? Loving it. Do we go Infernos? Yeah, let's make sure that he stops. I don't feel like you can continue existing. Never mind, you're going to continue existing. That is unfortunate.
That one's gonna leave a mark.
It did, but you didn't kill it, which is the problem. Which is why we come back to that argument of there's a difference between damage. Quality matters as much as quantity. Could kill you, probably can't kill you, kill you. Not all that worried about the bandit. There we go, it's gone. Also, I can probably run up and flame the bandit with the Arctic Cheetah in the next round. Ek, come on forward in the Disco Cats. Time to actually take a look at how this thing actually functions. So, time for it to shine. Take aim with quite a few of its medium lasers. Several of the pulse lasers not operating, and it's perfectly chill with it. Damage all over the place. Man, hovercraft is now definitely under fire. And Exodus does have a shot. It's going to be a little bit of a dangerous shot that I'm not sure I want to make. Because we've made that shot before, and it blew up the Lego.
No shooting, just running. Got it.
Duck.
All weapon systems.
I think we managed to avoid shooting our own people in the back. How'd you do? Did you actually survive properly? Oh, good. He managed to not shoot the Disco Cat in the back. I fully put it up to our restraint of handling of the heavy weapon systems on the mech, and we have thus managed to avoid having the Cougar shoot anybody in the back. As you start, you can move now, and you're basically just going to light this hovercraft on fire and also see the Hunchback. Oh, there you went. Fire! See, that's how it's supposed to be done. Barbecue.
One more for the trash heap.
Alright, so just got to kill the last of the reinforcements, which apparently we showed up on top of, so kind of unfortunate to be a reinforcement in this particular mission.
What can I do for you?
The Nova might have a shot on that. Oh, no, oh, there it is. We will take the shot purely because the Nova is designed for this sort of long-range combat. It's not particularly accurate, but hey, we had to give it a chance to shine. So ER large laser center Gauss rifle, very good for long range. Unfortunately, he's just a little bit too evasive for us to actually touch just yet. Alright, X Disco Cat can come surging on forward, and we'll get a shot. How about if I jumped for it? Not quite as far, so we will go for the full-on sprint to see if we can't get a direct line of sight. That is not happening, so we'll take the cover and the high ground. And, oh, that temperature is great. Pulse him down, please. Decent number of hits, managed to expose probably the arm. The Hunchback arms are not particularly well armored. And we have another friend up here. Large laser fired over towards the Arctic Cheetah, and the Arctic Cheetah is not nearly as evasive as we normally try and make it. So that is something we definitely are going to have to keep an eye on.
Talk to me.
Punisher, are you actually going to... do I have a drop bear? Because the drop bear could actually come in quite handy. Oh, there'll be the shot. Perfect. It is an obstructed one, but it is still to the back, so blast away where he's got literally no armor. Okay, not literally. Well, now literally no armor. And we managed to destroy one of his SRM-6s. the Disco Cat? It is an interesting way of running a mech, that is for sure.
Good to go.
Apollo probably isn't going to get a direct line of sight on this one, but he will have some long-range fire support that he can dish out, and so that's exactly what I'm going to do. We'll just creep on forward. 11% versus 9%. Keep it on normal LRMs and lob some fire his way. And a couple of hits. Ooh, even a medium laser crit, so that's working on that one. I don't think now that the Stormcrow is going to have a line of sight, and I know for certain that Arclight's not going to have a line of sight. Oh, no, I take that back. Wow. Again, Drop Bear, you seem to be getting in the way. I'm going to Warlord it just to see if I can't keep you alive a little bit better.
Down a mech.
Whoops. So that wasn't good. Left torso. Anybody remember which torso we put the MRM launcher in that thing? That did not work out well.
I'm here.
Alright, only a single injury on Coach, so we should be able to get Coach back sometime in the near future. Ah, come on, it was only a 30% chance of that happening. Although he managed to nail both of the shots into the back of it. which is really kind of irritating.
Bandit.
Because I will take a single hit to the back, sure, that was reasonable, but the fact that he managed to apparently double tap both shots into the same location, little bit of bullshit. I'm only going to claim some responsibility on that one.
Standing by.
Exodus's Cougar is not in a position to do anything, but what I can do is just sort of protect everybody by laying down a sensor lock on top of you, because I don't see any sort of VTOLs just yet, so I'm not all that worried.
Sensors locked on.
Is the base Silver Bullet Gauss that has an alternate fire mode or the Risk one? I thought it's the Pirate one. So the Pirate one can fire in normal mode, and then cluster mode, and then junk mode. So the thing you should be looking for is a Pirate Silver Bullet Gauss rifle. They're gonna throw hands when they get back to the ship. It was a 30%. It was a 33% chance to hit. Excuse me. So, I got a couple of incoming mechs on this one: an Elite Manticore, a Deputy Dog, and a Trebuchet. Unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to steal that Deputy Dog. But what's with all the light mechs? It's actually kind of disappointing. We're gonna have to actually figure out what we want to do with that one. Yeah, that was really irritating. I don't mind it if we get an occasional stray shot into the back. It's when apparently we double tap into the same location. But clearly that was planned. I trash all pirate weapons out of principle. You shouldn't, because the Pirate Silver Bullet Gauss rifle is one of the best Gauss rifles in the entire game. It's only 14 tons, and the cluster mode is ridiculously powerful. Also, some pirate weapons are just really, really good. Alright, let's get some pressure down on this.
On the move. Full speed.
Alright, pulse time! Also, the pirate ER medium lasers give +6 melee damage.
Scored a
Dude, I got bored of my mech. No, other dude, no worries. I have a plan. Alright, Apollo should be able to get a direct line of sight from fairly short range, although he is utilizing LRM, so he can't get that close. But... oh no, he's using clan LRMs. Never mind, we're going to get up close and personal on this. Hi, buddy. Infernos? No, thank you. We're just going to listen kill you.
Locked on target.
Oh, clan LRMs. Is there anything better?
Target neutralized.
Well, there are, but still, really good. So does RogueTech remain true to tabletop? In what particular regard? In some ways, yes. In other ways, no. You're going to have to be a lot more specific about that question. Sorry, but it's true. Do you have a line of sight on this Manticore somewhere? No, not unless I want to break cover, which, you know what, screw it, we're going to do it. Let's go say hi to the entire crew. A Patton over there, but I'm not interested in you, nor you, but you. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to hit you. I mean, it's a really terrible chance. We're going to shoot anyway. Oh, I take it all back. 400 damage from that plasma rifle shot. Hey, there's Deputy Dog. Plan, interaction, something for... something. I was sending my grandkids home. What happened to Coach? Coach took apparently aimed fire from friendlies to the back, which is always somewhat irritating. Okay, if I can get an angle on Deputy Dog, I can probably rack him from even back here. He's got no evasion. It's a Locust. I'll take a quad shot. Managed to miss all 4 shots, unfortunately. He's not dead, guys. He only took a single injury. He'll be fine. You know what would be interesting? A multi-shot drill weapon. Fire as many small... that's what they used to do. The original drill... I kind of want to keep the lasers on my berserkers. Want to cut an Alice until it's butter. The original melee weapons, that's exactly what they were. They were super short-range machine guns. And that's how they sort of justified using them. And then they... well, that's still pretty much what they mostly are. You're not going to be able to position. We'll just run you on forward. Whoever made that model did an amazing job. The axis flip out anime. Oh, on the Hatchet Man? Yeah, it's a pretty fun mech. Alright, who else is coming? I can kill you. I can most of you. The Trebuchet might be a little bit of a handful. Mongoose 86. I don't know if that's a modified advanced version or not. This is the tier extreme. I missed death by friendly fire. He's not dead. He's not dead. As you can see, he's only got 3 injuries on him. He'll be fine. We'll just put him up in for a little bit of rest and relaxation. He needs a vacation.
Ready to run.
No Berserker? Really? I'm going to have to check that one out. Fire at the W Dog. Missing by 4% again. It's like he doesn't want to be working with the same team.
You got away clean.
That's mostly your fault. Alright, let's see how they're going to respond. We're at 18. Yeah, that's all of us that have gone except for maybe this entire crew down here, but we'll find out. Damn Apollo. It's not Apollo's fault on this one, surprisingly enough. It's all the Punisher. The Punisher seems to have the habit of shooting people in the back. And again, it's not that it hits like 1 or 2 shots, it's like all of the shots cluster very tightly on the exact same location. So it's kind of bullshit. Cluster mode.
All weapons, fire.
See, that's why Pirate Silver Bullet gases are one of the best weapons in the game. Flips out, swings, and retracts back, so it's great. Yeah, that reminds me a lot of the Hatchet Man model. Are they just using like a big Hatchet Man for the Berserker or something? It's always Paul's fault. Ooh. The man has a reputation, but he's not that bad. Okay, lots of rockets coming for the R2-Cheetah. A couple of Infernos managed to bounce off the hull. And, you know, lots of scrambling and blinding flares, which is always somewhat unpleasant. We should be able to get in amongst the enemy and just fire barrage them very soon. Patent tank coming forward. Hey, at least they decided they wanted to play fair. No more Locust.
Let's hit 'em hard.
Alright, so we're feeling a little bit inspired after having seen that particular display. So let's see if we can't get a little bit closer, because I want to sort of rack up Deputy Dog. And, oh, that's beautiful. Right. 54 for 6. And Deputy Dog is down. He lost a perfectly good battle star. That is true. So, had he not been such an idiot with driving that thing, he may have actually managed to protect it. Because it was only like 4 base stars. Come on, man. You could have done it. You had the element of surprise in the middle of space. I don't know how you managed to get that element of surprise without them screwing it up later on. Good hits on the trebuchet, starting to get some penetrations. I haven't seen a Hatcherman in this game. Have the pack, never seen it.
Got my attention.
Yeah, I haven't seen any custom animations in that style yet, so it kind of makes me think that it's just a scaled up Hatcherman that they're using as a placeholder. Really, Punisher, your game is way off today. Normally he's nailing things left, right, and center, but today it doesn't look like he wants to play. Let's see. Yeah, no, I don't want you. I want these two. Just so I can barbecue everybody. I do have multi-target. You're out of ammunition. That's lovely. So you are getting half, and you're getting the other half. So you, and we're turning... Bravo, bravo. Bravo? Yeah, make it happen.
Multiple enemies.
Oh, you missed! You missed with the one that needed to hit in order to make sure that worked. But at least we managed to take out number 2. I don't know, he is planning to get a new mech. I don't know why you keep emphasizing the plan part. Like Eben Apollo got a new mech? I don't even get that sometimes. Alright, let's see how the enemy wishes to respond. They still have a couple of light mechs, which apparently the Mongoose wants to punch. And was quite effective in said punching. So he's trying to save the patent mech, which I'm not sure is the greatest idea that he's ever had, but hey, it was his, and we gotta sort of support and give him credit for that. That way he'll feel inspired in the future to do even more. I could run up here. Can I actually get up here to engage this? I could. I mean, it's an attack from the front, which is not ideal, but hey, let's give him a peek. Surprise! It's a little toasty, but you know what? We're gonna blast anyway. Quite a few shots actually managed to hit the vehicle, which is rather surprised. Can we call it Save the Mech Warriors? Aren't you the one who's always like, oh, the meat is cheap and the metal's expensive? Somebody's been giving me that crap lately. So,
I'm under heavy fire.
he's irritated about Apollo getting mech. Can we call it enhanced flavor? Turning off friendly fire? First of all, we're not. And second of all, friendly fire is an integrated part of the game anyway, so good luck with that. So bring the catapult over here. And the catapult should be able to handle this. Oh yeah, LRMs. 30%. We'll warlord it, see if we can annihilate ourselves with trebuchet. So 40% accuracy with lots of missiles. And there he goes. Good night.
Enemy down.
Alright, taken care of on that one, so not too terrible. And Arclight can... Yeah, Arclight can also push on this one. Bandit Hovercraft has a single energy weapon. Cute. So get me right up on in here with a maximum sprint.
Roger.
And go peek. Keep it on the cluster. Good. Good hits on target. Sounds 40k-ish. Specifically what? Apollo losing a battle star is like Klingon D10 in Starfleet battles. It's just not supposed to happen. I seem to recall being an option when one starts the campaign. I don't think so. And if it is, I'm not going to turn it off. Friendly fire is too much fun. Also, it allows the situations like what happened here, where this patent tank totally lit up the back of the Locust, which was hilarious. Alright, how much armor do you have? You have a lot of armor, which is very unfortunate, because I have a minimum range on this rack. So if I want to just rack you to death, I have to get a lot closer. Or further away, as the case may be. Ugh. Not gonna be able to get a free... Oh, there it is. That'll be perfect. Alright, line it up. And let it run. Drill, baby, drill.
Take that.
Friendly fire is not. There's an option to set friendly fire. Well, it ain't getting turned off. It's too much fun. If you turn off friendly fire, you just start making the game easier on yourself. And why make the game easier on yourself? It's enjoyable to sort of push and test the boundaries, and occasionally you lose a pilot because you were trying to get that one shot for that little bit of extra advantage. Besides, we're not exactly playing the hardest of missions right now. We do need to sort of shift planets so we can start taking the harder missions. So I'm really not all that fussed by what's happened so far. Alright, the disco cat's going to shift over here, get to the back, where it can disco to its heart's content. We will sprint to get to that back shot. Come on. There it is.
No shooting.
Alright, time to finish him off with all the lasers.
Firing full complement on end.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Flesh is cheap, metal is costly, tech
Vehicle
slots.
destroyed.
Nah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to reduce it, guys. It's no fun to me that way. Which, an important part of this is you gotta have fun. So it's not like we've lost anything important so far, thanks to friendly fire. A couple of mechs got damaged. It happens. There we go. Okay, we just have the single mongoose left to take care of, and it'll all be taken done. I wouldn't. It's fun to make that one shot and then it all goes wrong. See, there gets it.
Standing by.
You want to push and test and mess with the boundaries a little bit, because then you really get to enjoy the game.
Aye aye. Engaging target.
Good hit. Once again, the cluster mode managed to actually come through. We call the drop bear on board. The drop bear's not dead yet, now is it? Besides, I think the missile launcher's on the right torso. Say the mongoose for Ronin armor with micro lasers and SRM. What? There we go. Left leg destroyed. He'll be on his back. We'll see if we can't take his legs off. Alright, so he's on the ground and vulnerable. He might have some interesting gear on it, which is one of the reasons why I want to see if I can't steal it. You're a little bit not accurate enough to do what I need you to do. So we're going to see if I can come in here with a mama bear. It's going to be a really good accuracy shot. We'll target the leg, which has 40 health in it. Ultra autocannon does not fire this round.
Firing on the enemy.
Of course, why not go for the center torso, the right torso, and just wipe out the entire thing? Thank you, Grognerd, for raiding us. We appreciate it. Coming in with 3 full people. So thank you very much for the party. How are you guys doing? Just wrap up a stream? Having a good time? I hope you are. We unfortunately have recently shot one of our mechs in the back. However, we will probably be able to rebuild it if, you know, things work out okay. Cross your fingers. So, to which, of course, we blame Punisher, because Punisher apparently has a thirst for hunting his own teammates and blasting at them from behind with heavy weapons. And eventually, I'm actually going to be upgrading that gun, so that'll be really interesting just how many heavy weapons he can actually shove into that. Jade Falcon likes us even more, which is lovely. Do we have the technology? We're going to find out. Oh, yes, we have the technology. The MRM-20 was in the right torso. So the left torso, we lost an Angel ECM and a couple of medium lasers. But our ammunition and everything important to this mech is still reasonably intact. In fact, he didn't actually lose his center torso. He only lost a side torso, which means he had a normal XL engine in that thing. So really, this is a boon to us, because now we can put a better XL engine into that. Chaff countermeasures would be interesting, but we've only got 1 slot. I think we're going to grab the medium laser ×5, just because we have no medium lasers and we kind of need it. What's a Tigart? Weapon has a recoil of 3, PPC applies a jamming of 1. Particle projector hands. Oh, it's just a manufacturer. Yep, all wrapped up. You guys have a good stream? What have you guys been streaming? I'd love to hear about it. That's a big amount. Yeah, I think we're going to end up taking it, because I don't think they're going to have anything else super useful in this. Indirect fire might be something, but at the end of the day, I'd rather have more better systems. Yes, I English the good. Yeah, we're picking up the medium lasers. Got a Hunchback at 4SP port, as well as a bunch of heat sinks and some more incendiary LRM ammo. I want the challenge check. I'm new to RogueTech, and the selling features was the pirate morale and no evasion loss. Wish there was a better way to keep lights relevant end game, but no evasion degradation is better than vanilla. You can absolutely run lights late game, as long as you throw in enough electronic countermeasure systems, as long as you position your pilots well, as long as you make fairly decent uses of Ghost Mech and tonnage efficient weapons, you can run a light lance way to the end. Field of Glory Empires. I'm not quite familiar with that one, but it sounds like one of those, it kind of makes me think of Napoleon, God, what is it called? The Napoleon mod for Mountain Blade. Is it anything like that? Or is it more like a tactical game? Punisher needs to go out the airlock. How dare you shoot the drop further back? No, Punisher's too important to the company to do that. He's one of our best pilots. He really is. He just has a habit of hunting his own teammates. It's because he's got the assassin trait. He sees the back of an unsuspecting mech, and he just can't help himself. I mean, there's the target. He must go for it. He just needs... We'll send HR. We'll get him to retrain on that one. All right, and we did get it fixed. 150,000. So we'll get that all patched up. Strategy game that pairs with Fields of Glory? Fields of Glory 2. Punisher sheets all the way in the back. That's a good thing. Alright, let's go check out a couple of mechs. We should be in reasonably good shape. I just still gotta find more ammunition for that thing. Drop bear is gonna be in 8 days. I'm gonna cycle him down just a little bit. He'll still be in the top group because... Ooh, the Viper... Yeah, we'll cycle the Viper in. Alright, I don't think I want to hang around here much longer. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell a bunch of stuff. By a bunch of stuff, I mean a few things. And then we're going to go pick a planet with a little bit higher difficulty. And while we're traveling, we'll be able to build most of our mechs. Or at least the mechs that are currently out of commission at the moment. We're keeping you because you have a vibro knife and I want it. Hunchback, I don't have any other Hunchback parts, but it's not the worst thing in the world to hang around onto. Keeping all of our heavies because eventually we will get a bloody heavy. Components, how am I doing? Mostly useless. We got to sell a couple of missile launchers and then that'll be it. And we'll head on. Wish there was less ECM, too prevalent for the universe and too much of a crutch. I wouldn't call it a crutch. I would call it an essential part of anybody's strategy. Might and Magic meets Total War from what I've seen. Oh, that's interesting. I used to play Heroes of Might and Magic on the Game Boy Advance. I had no idea what the heck I was doing, but eventually I figured out that if I just brought 8 million peasants, I could basically butcher any army in the game. And so that's basically the way I ended up playing. Only way I could end up winning. So always choose the Human Knight faction and always just build a whole bunch of peasantry locations. And you too can have a lot of fun. There are other clan LRM5s, so that's fine. I have 3 heavy MRM30s. Something wrong with that. Get rid of the standard deltas because that's pointless. Same thing with the LRM20 Telos. Oh, the MRM. I have an MRM40. Oh yeah, we picked that up some time ago, didn't we? Gotta see if I can throw that thing into the Rot Bear. That might be a lot of fun. Get rid of rocket launchers because we don't use them. 3 tons of SRM2s. I think... Nah, I won't keep the clan versions. Because the SRM2 is just a worthless tonnage. Oh, but it is only half a ton. So it's a machine gun. That does more damage than a machine gun. I can actually work with that. Pirate SRM4, absolutely not. Get rid of that crap. Skeleton Boys, that was some glorious stacking. I don't know what the icon means, but okay. Yeah, we're going to sell that one. We have 3 SRM6s, which is going to be nice. 3 LRM5s because they're clan. I'm going to keep them, but other than that, we would have gotten rid of them. Chaff countermeasures, eventually I'm going to mount that on something. And I don't think I have an advanced AMS to actually use all of that advanced AMS ammunition that we currently are stacking. Should be able to sell a couple of heat sinks, I think. Alright, do I have any crappy fusion cores? Yeah, we'll sell the 120. Just for a little bit of extra spending cash. Internal combustion engines, because why the heck would you put that on an actual battle mech? But hey, there's several urban mechs designed that way, so there's that going for it. Shell out a XL engine. In fact, we're going to get rid of all of our XL engines. We're going to stick with the clan XLs only. Exchangers, absolutely keep. Get rid of a single double heatsink just so we're down to 10. Oh, we've got 27 of the damn things. Get rid of most of these. So that's what we're looking for. 221,000 in normal heatsinks alone. And that should have that sorted. And then all of these targeting computers, we are looking for our basic and standard sensor cockpit system to get rid of all of those. Uranova, standard, and sensor basic. We're good. All right. So that's all the selling we're doing. There shouldn't be anything left in the store before we kick off selling double heatsink. Well, it's normal double heatsink. It wasn't clan double heatsink. If it was clan double heatsink, we might care a little bit more. Why would we keep an internal combustion engine? Also, we're going to run into them in the future again, so it's not like we're not going to have an easy time finding them. Oh, we're already at the store. Duh. Buying, please. I don't think I'm going to buy anything, but we do need to take a look. Yeah, all of it's crap. I mean, a command console, I do take that back. That would be pretty interesting to have. It's 6 tons, though. But +1 initiative for all Lancemates is really weak compared to what it normally would be, just in this particular version of the game. Alright, scroll through. All that's good. Yeah, I don't need any of these. Supercharger's nice. Ooh. Ooh. It's only 500,000. Give me a supercharger. Hey, we have mask, though. There is that. But superchargers are generally about a ton. 66,000 medium lasers. fine.
New weapon systems available.
All right, mask. Or the supercharger, give me that. Gonna take that for half a million.
Available.
And we should be good to travel. So let us go activate the Star Mech. Alrighty, there should be a journey. Yeah, Clan Jade Falcon absolutely appears to be wrecking most of clan space. How is the rest of the industry going on? Where's Tortuga? They're all over here. So Tortuga has basically left clan space. And they are still holding the clan road on both sides, it looks like. Where is Barak? Barak is on fire? Or not really? You are the Chainine Islands. Steiner absolutely looking like it's kicking some serious bottom. Comstar has expanded a little bit. Where's Word of Blake? Is this Word of Blake? No, this is just normal Comstar. I wonder where the Wobbies went to. Free Worlds League. Oh, they're getting utterly annihilated. Poor little guys. Oh, here's Barak. House Barak has sort of taken over a significant chunk of Free Worlds League space. 5 skull planet, supercharger with mask equals blood for the blood count across the map. Can I have a melee mech for it? Are the Wobbies kill? I don't think so. I don't think you can actually remove the Wobbies from the game. Although I do know the event kind of got a little bit stuttered because they started the event and the 1.7 dropped, and so the Wobbies are currently being represented by the devs, but the devs are just way too busy right now trying to get that 1.7 compatibility going, or moving on to a different compatibility as it is. 2.5 skull, yeah, that's way too low for what we're doing. Not doing a 5 skull, not happening just yet. I will go up to a full-on 3 though, because that'll give us a good mix of missions that are on the lower and higher end of the spectrum. Could talk to Clan Wolf, but that's a terrible mission. We did kind of want to move down the Clan Road though. There was that. Are there any? No, now we're starting to get way too far for what I've got jumps for. 4 skull might be the way to go. Ooh, who's here? That's 4.5. Show me 3 skull planets, please. Now this is going to take a little while, which is why I was avoiding pressing the filter button, because it takes some time. 5 skulls man on the edge. We don't have that ready yet. We need a couple of heavy mechs to be able to survive in that realm, at least for the way that I play. So I haven't really designed a lance of cheesy lights, or super lights as the case may be. Yeah, mask plus supercharger plus melee mech equals a lot of fun. Oh, it takes a little while. Yeah, we may end up moving sort of right over here. Is there none? There are no 3 skull no 3 skull planets in clan space. Are you kidding me? Okay, how about 3.5? Give it a second to load. But Wolf is re-emerging? Yes, Wolf has emerged now that the Tortugans have left. The question will become, who will win, Clan Wolf or Clan Jade Falcon? The epic rivalry continues. More at 11. There's a 4.5 skull or 3.5 skull planet. There we go, that's where we're going. Clan Jade Falcon, which is what we're kind of building towards. Comstar presence, geothermal boreholes, hallucinatory vegetation, and of course, everybody's favorite lunar maps. We're going 3.5. That's the blue dot in the right clan space. Oh, what's the blue dot? I don't know, it could be Steiner. We can take a look. We have a bit of pause. We gotta make sure that our mechs are being, managed and built and stuff. Gotta hope they hold off on heavy metal and subsequent patch to introduce more finalized version. Well, I hope for a more final version. I'm enjoying this so much. I don't want to ever go away. Whoever the motto sellers are thanking and giving them game. That would be Lady Electo and her crew of insane misfits who are all awesome people. So cheers. We'll take a moment to raise a glass, which I have my F4 Phantom glass over here. Raise a glass to Lady Electo and her band of absolute ludicrously insane awesome people for producing this amazing mod. Still looking for ammo for him. I can't do anything about it. Vapor Eagle in one day. Drop Bear. Okay, so we redesigned the Drop Bear tomorrow. So tomorrow, it has become tomorrow. Right as we jump too, which is going to mess with certain times. So wait for us to suddenly rematerialize back into space. Hello space, we actually exist once more. You can thank him by doing the ritual. Alright, let's see, base. Let's see what we did to the Drop Bear. I don't want to white Jade Falcon, I'm good sharing clan space. Good luck with that, because I think that part of the agreement that Tortuga made with Jade Falcon was that Jade Falcon was allowed to exist so long as they held all of clan space. Shade, please fix. Oh, I don't think Shade's here today. Poor Shade, he can't defend himself. Alright, equipment. Give me engines and heat sinks. Give me a Clan XL engine. What do you... Oh, because this bullcrap. I need a fusion core too. What fusion core did we have in here? A 210. Let's see if I got... Gotta stay on engine heat sinks. So first things first, full on core, 210 if we got it. We don't. We have a 215, however. Let's see if that's going to be light enough for it. We'll show in the engine as well. Clan XL, in order to make it safe, we have 2.75 tons remaining, which we need an Angel ECM, 2 ER medium laser, 3 medium lasers, and that would be it. So, equipment, show me an electronic countermeasure vest system. We do have the Angel, which is 2 tons. Do I have a Guardian? I do have a Guardian. So what's the better? +1 defense, +3 signature, minus 15% signature. This one is... doesn't reduce my signature at all. So the Angel ECM is a little bit better. Throw the Guardian on there, because I may be a little bit limited on this one. May want to throw on an extra IFF jammer. Ooh, yeah, that 2-ton rated, or 2-ton to 215 is actually a pretty significant change, unless I'm missing something. Because I'm supposed to be able to cram on 3 more medium lasers, and I'm not going to be able to do it with the 215. That's going to suck. My logos are 60% Sarkis. Well, the captain's key, always available. Alright, how do I want to modify this? Because we do want to try and get in more stuff on this. Oh wait, is it 210 smaller? Is it smaller? Where is sinks 0? Do I have an extra ton just in... oh, where does it show that? Try to remember. The internal heat sinks of the engine. Did the 215 move up to... oh no, external heat sinks required too. So no, it is the same. Alright, so we're -2 on ton. So where did that end? Where did it go? I really don't want to put in any sort of gyro that's going to make it less stable. I do have an XL gyro. So we'll pull this out of that leg and put in the XL gyro, because we want the drop bear to be as amazing as it always is. Now we can come over here and go back to the medium lasers, which was the original plan for the drop bear, was nothing but medium lasers. But we didn't have them. So we'll go that, and 1 more medium laser. And I'm going to see what I can do about trying to find the tonnage available for this. So I need 0.71 tons. Do I have any sort of patchwork materials? The answer to that question is, of course, no. How's my heat? Can I strip a heat sink? I really kind of wouldn't want to. Wait, where is that extra heat sink coming from? Oh, because I'm missing a double heat sink kit. Duh, that's why these aren't working right. Right. I am the fool. Ew. That's not good. Okay, we can do a proto. So kit, prototype double heatsink kit, mount that in there, pull these off because they're not useful to me, and I can also pull out the XL gyro. That'll be 0.25 tons. So by going down to the Guardian ECM, we've actually made that work. And then I need prototype double heatsinks, which can both fit into the legs. Now, the downside of prototype double heatsinks is they explode. Was it always ISNO? Yes, we probably always had. Because if I'm not going to... ISNO is cheaper to repair, so if I'm not going to use Clan Endo, there's no point. No, it's the armor that has the free case, not the structure. So if this were using normal ferrofibros, there might be an argument to put in Clan ferrofibros, but Endo Steel doesn't give you any bonuses for it. You need to lay off Punisher. He does a good job for what he normally does. There is, however, a weapon system that I do want to add on to this thing. Yes, the chaff countermeasures, because I have 0.25 tons remaining, and I have 0.25 tons in this mech. So give me a ton of chaff countermeasures. Does this thing explode? It is volatile, okay. So we can do something like that. Do I have any lowers? Because, are you an Omni-mech? You know you're a 2C, so you're not an Omni. Heavy, or medium heavy laser instead of a medium laser? Armor up? We're pretty much at full armor. There's no armoring up aside from additional 10 points of armor on the legs. We're good. So the chaff countermeasure will be fine on that one. So it's already a cooker. It is a bit of a boiler. Actually, no, it's not anymore. Because of the prototype double heatsink kit with its 20% heat reduction, it's going to be fine. This thing will take care of all them heat problems. So we managed to go to a chaff countermeasure. We're a little less protected on the ECM. Just very slightly, because we're not reducing our signature anymore. But we are still providing the same level of defense. Touch it before you put in the chaff countermeasure? Yeah, we're well armored anyway, so it wouldn't really help us. And I do get to keep my XL, so that'll be good. Is there anything else I need to do to this mech before I lock it down? 6-day repair is going to kind of suck. But the drop bear will remain the drop bear, which is great. If I wanted to go to a MRM 40, or even a heavy MRM... No, I don't have the ammunition for heavy MRM. Love to, but I don't. Let's see. This would be 12 tons. I assume I'm on 6. I'm on 7. Ooh. Huh. That'd be interesting. I mean, I don't have the ammunition to run that. I just don't think I do. Oh, yeah, I have normal. Oh, no. I have another ton of improved MRM. So if I can find 5 tons in this design, I can up this to an MRM 40. Double XL with composite is bad enough. Yeah, that's for gosh darn sure. You don't like to see the drop barrel pieces? The drop barrel will be fine. We're going to build it better than ever. May want to pull out this IFF jammer, though. Give it a better sensor system. And I think I actually have the cockpit system to do that. So I do have a sensor tracker, which I can throw in for all kinds of accuracy bonuses. So we'll throw in the sensor tracker. That'll improve its scout capability, while at the same time also still giving it a sensor jamming system as well. Because it does have an ECM jammer built in. How much is MRM 10 weight? Not quite sure. Like 3 tons? I don't think I have any. I've got MML 10s, but not MRM 10s. So well, I could... So just bear with me on this one, because here's a thought. We'll get one more mission in after this, but don't worry. What we might want to do is we go XL gyro, gives me 1 ton. Can put off all the medium lasers, but I don't think I quite want to do that. Because I need 6 tons, because the ammunition as well. MML 10, 3 tons. The risk version is 3 tons. The normal version is like 7. So, not going to do composite. That would be suicidal. No, I don't think I can find the weight to throw in a 40. Alright, 6 days, we'll have the drop bearer good as new. In fact, better than new. It has prototypable heat sinks to handle that heat even better. It's got the medium lasers that it was always meant to have. Oh, I had jump jets. Remind me of adding jump jets soon, because I'll come back to it. Ripping out the stealth. The stealth has been very useful on the drop bearer. Allows it to skulk into places where it otherwise wouldn't be. 3 days away from the planet, so let's go cycle through. And coach will be ready the day after we arrive. Or 2 days after we arrive? Let's visit this store and see hi. 2 MML10s for 1 MMM20. Yeah, but we run the risk of jamming it, because the risk MMLs aren't exactly reliable. Alright, what kind of ammo you got? Hey, there's a hag in the shop, just sitting there, ready for anybody to take. AC-10 ammo is normal, which we don't care about. Cluster ammo, which I do need, buy that. How about rack ammo? I think I have 1 ton, but I think I have several double tons, so I don't need to bother that. Small lasers, don't care. Don't need SRM ammo. Jump jets, unlimited. Just a random XL engine sitting in the shop, as well as a clan double heatsink kit, which would be nice, but I'm not going to bother with that. And, gunnery suits. Hey, thank you. That's mine. Nullsig. Oh, I could buy a Nullsig. Oh, we could buy a Nullsig. That would be an even better stealth system. We'll keep that in mind. Ammo surplus. We don't need normal autocannon ammo. We're only going to be using special autocannons. Do a quick check of our mech warriors. Make sure nobody's actually leveled up in the meantime. So you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. Oh, no, you're not fine. Ek can level. We get... this is the sensor bonus, so it's kind of useless. Gunnery. We'll give him gunnery. Slightly better accuracy and the ability to run racks just a little bit more safely. Exodus is fine, Gister is fine, Punisher is fine. Ronin will level you up at some point, and T-Bone is fine. Let's go open up the contracts and see if we can't get ourselves an interesting mission. So cycle away, because you can't... in case you didn't know, you have to go into the contracts, leave the contracts, and go back to the contracts in order to get to the full list of contracts. Otherwise, it gives you a short list. Right. Contested will? Maybe, maybe not. Raiding party, ooh, straight up battle for good amounts, actually, but there's a 417 that's a destroy base, ambush convoy, escort. Yeah, let's take over a raiding party. It's against the pirates, but it is a 3.5 scale raiding party, which means heavier mechs. Or we could just try and maximize our reputation with Jade Falcon so we can make friends. Although we have been told that we want to get, that we want to make friends. Do a 4 skull? I don't think there's a 4 skull mission that has anything fun available. An assassinate, that's mostly suicidal. Not going to do that, and not going to do that. So if we were to take this, it would... Oh shoot, no. Luckily it takes me to this screen first. Alright, so a full-on assassinate in a polar biome? I mean, it would be against clan mechs. 6 days for no money? Yeah, this mission would probably kick the crap out of us, so we're not doing a 4 skull mission just yet. We are only 100,000 down, so we should be fine with taking the raiding party. Because if we take this one for all the stuff, we will make 300,000 Seabills. So we're going to grab this one for all the things, and then next month, early next month, we'll take that 4-skull assassinate. Because that's going to be hard as all hell in order to actually pull off. So let's go run this one and see if we can't manage to make some things happen. Now, of course, we are going to want the Arctic Cheetah, we're going to want the Shadow Cat, and we're going to want the Cougar. Our sort of side angle shot, really wish I could bring another catapult. Unfortunately, we just do not have the ammunition for him yet. The Viper, I'm honestly not feeling the Viper for this particular mission. I think the Hyper Cicada is a little bit better. We lose a little bit in scouting, but we do get a little bit more firepower. Wreckar, next time. It'll be Saturday. Don't worry. We'll have some fun with that one, but it's a little bit too close to the end of the month, and we're a little bit precariously positioned. I need a mission that I can get good stuff on, and then maybe take one more mission before the end of the month to earn some cash. But don't worry, we will definitely get that 4-skull assassinate mission done. All right, put Jester in the Arctic Cheetah, then we can throw Exodus in the Disco Cat. Sure, why not? Ek can go in the Cougar now, which is pretty fun, and Ronan is driving a Hyper Cicada. God help us all. But the delicious loot pinata, that's not the proper use of that term, but still, it's too dangerous. Close, but we're not quite there yet. So again, once we're not staring down 1 week until the end of the month, 4-skull clan is with a high chance of crushing our current lineup? Potentially. I mean, we're dropping, what, a 3.5 of 4-skull right now? So, but it would get a lot of damage, and that's my concern. Because if I succeed in the mission anyway, but then I have to spend 500 to a million Seabills worth of repair cost. Now I'm staring at the end of the month, and now I got to sell mechs. And the first mech on the chopping block is Lego. So I'd rather not do that. Oh crap, I brought Lego on this mission. Shoot. Didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Being versus client just makes it so much harder. I wouldn't say so much harder. I mean, Comstar is even more scary, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. Now, the pirates have a lot of interesting mechs, and they can be used to combine with normal heavy mechs. So, a 3.5 skull, we should see at least 1, maybe 2 heavy mechs on this one at the very least. Sort of cross your fingers on that one. In fact, if we ran into 2 lances of just heavy mechs, that would be kind of ideal. But I don't know quite about where we're going to be going in. So if we can manage to steal a couple of heavy mechs, we might be able to upgrade ourselves to the next tier, which would be great. Be me, Thunderbolt got cord. Oh, that sucks, man. Now that was that Thunderbolt that you were really running around kind of the center of your company, wasn't it? Because you've been talking about that Thunderbolt for a while. That sucks to hear. What was it carrying? You had it built as like large lasers, right? Or was it missiles? Very rarely ballistics. Alright, boyos, it's time to drop down and handle a little bit of a raid. We are reasonably close to our enemy, actually, which is nice. So let's bring the Hyper Cicada on forward so we can get a peek at what's going on. Hello? Nobody on target just yet, so we're good. What was it, 5SS? Oh, no worries? Oh, okay. I thought that Thunderbolt was like the star of your company, or was it just a mech that you really like? The one you were is the laser one? Ah, okay. Well, as long as you're running, I really want to get a heavy mech for this campaign as well. Being able to run the Warhammer and Howl's Arrows has just been so much fun. Like, especially when you start going mad with that cluster, with the weapon and cluster mode, you can just start ripping into people really, really badly. It's great. Oh, Lego's actually keeping up with the skirmish line. That's really fun. By the way, if you have been watching and you've been enjoying the content and you haven't already followed, maybe consider hitting the follow button. That way you can get notifications whenever things happen. It also allows me to inflate my ego a little bit by saying, hey, look, I'm being followed by you. Which is really cool, because people like you are one of the reasons, well, the main reason why we keep doing things like this. In fact, to tell a little bit of an anecdote, as they recommend, but no, this is true. The reason I actually started my YouTube channel in general and started doing it on Twitch also was because I wanted to have somebody to keep me from cheating at games, or, you know, just giving up. Originally it was for Starfleet Command, but doing this as well sort of keeps me honest and makes it so that the game continues at the difficulty that it was always meant to be. And so for that, I actually really do appreciate and value all of you, because if it weren't for all you, I would not be doing anywhere near as good as this. That's a Saladin, that's gotta die. I don't know what you got, I don't really care, but your name is Jed, so I don't really think you're all that dangerous. But the Saladin has an AC 20. Unfortunately, Ronan thought that the target was over here instead of in front of her, so we're gonna have to see where things actually end up going on that one. Disco Cat, we rely on you. Come save us all. Yeah, let's have a bit of a thunderbolt. Oh, you're a single thunderbolt? Yeah, that looks like a single thunderbolt. Let's lock that on Killjet. Yes, Abel, I rely on all of you. Killjet, kill it. It's only us or... Oh, shoot, I didn't see that. Whoops. Uh-oh. I think I told people to follow you stalkers. That's bad. That's really bad. Kill that thing now. I did not notice the suspicious cargo. Shoot. Shoot everything you've got.
Aye, aye.
Everything. Kill it now. Oh, good. It's dead. Okay. We're safe.
Go down.
For those of you who don't know, suspicious cargo is a suicide bomb. And it tends to go up huge. I've recently had the unfortunate feeling of impacting a similar system to that. Oh, and it's a super primitive one too with pepper box. Splat. This is the recon force that you send at me?
Bye-bye. I'm here.
What weaknesses this do the pirates bring forth? I fear none of what they've provided so far.
Double time.
A couple of weak, trashy vehicles. Keep on surging forward. If this is the mission, I'm going to be really disappointed. I did this one for 3.5 skulls, damn it. Enemy movement. Let's see what they're going to respond with. Is it all just like a suicide rush group? That would actually be hilarious if just one entire lance was nothing but suspicious cargo carriers. But we are on the lookout for fleas, but these are the 2 last units that we need to kill from this particular lance. If this is it, I'm going to be absolutely flabbergasted because I don't know how they were able to generate 3.5 skulls out of a lance this light. Bring the catapult. Prepare to lay down the fire. ECM going down. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna Inferno everything. A gift from me to you. Yes, fire. Didn't cause as much damage as I was hoping for. The Arctic Cheetah, on the other hand, absolutely could. Oh, wow, I forgot just how fast this mech can be. Take a peek. What are we dealing with? We don't actually know what that one is, but we do know what this one is. So, burn. And it's gone. I love the fact that these flamers deal 65 damage to vehicles per hit.
Reporting. Enemy vehicle.
Cargo mark 2. Apparently he's the last guy?
Jesters have something.
I don't know what the hell we're fighting. There's got to be a reinforcement lance out here with like nothing but assaults or something. Okay. Ooh, is that a huntsman? No, it's a mauler. It is just legit an assault mech. Okay, so that's where all their tonnage went to. I was like, wait a second. That's a huntsman. No, it's bigger than a huntsman. It's rather larger than a huntsman. Ballisting that might have been a package as well. I don't think so. Time to start flaming. Yeah, that's gonna be the plan. We're gonna get behind him and light him on all the fire. And also, I need to get Apollo in close. Did I just move Apollo? I just moved Apollo, didn't I? What a boob. Luckily for us, we won't actually be able to see him until next turn, so we should be fine. Flames all the way? Yes. Going to absolutely light him on fire, get him to eject. Because that is the only thing worthwhile in this entire list of things. And most of this stuff that we've killed is not actually gonna... It's not gonna fill the list with all of that much gear. So, yeah, RNGs could be kind to us on this one. Maybe. We have to hope and pray extra hard because there's a chance we could get an assault mech. And it could be a mauler. And that would be a hell of a pickup. I don't know if I want to move the Arctic. I don't want to do that just yet.
What do you need?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reserve him.
Got it. No
But only
shooting,
once.
just running.
Because he's a tactical genius.
Yes, Commander.
Right? Oh, no, you're not a tactical genius. So this is going to suck. It's going to reduce your initiative, but that'll be fine. I need him to move forward to me. Okay, he's just going to sit back and lob a couple of missiles. Dude, that's so disappointing. Flames all the way? Oh, absolutely. In fact, from what apparently we found out is that if you overheat them on turn 1, and then you shoot them again with nothing but heat, apparently that shuts them down. I'm going to go forward on this one, see if I can get a little bit of progress started. Good, we hit with the plasma gun, missed with several of the flamers, but that's a lot of heat. That's 52 heat on him.
I'm receiving.
Ronan's not going to have a shot, I don't think, anyway. No, but Ronan will be in a position to engage next turn. We'll put the Hyper Cicada nearby just in order to give us a little bit more jamming and protection going down. Similar problem. Probably not actually going to be able to see the target, but again, going to lay down a little bit of ECM coverage on the location to hopefully keep us all alive and kicking.
On the move.
So jamming going down.
Standing by.
Exodus is Disco Cat. Do you have... I forgot about that. Fire up the mask. And fire up the ECCM. We're going to make sure that we really get on top of this guy. Flame alarms? Oh, absolutely. Yep. See, Ghost has got it. So for once, great minds think alike. Oh, I'm not gonna get quite close enough. But do it. All right, so we are now providing electronic countermeasure on the Mauler, and we are reasonably close. Lock that down, and don't break the mask.
Talk to me.
Punisher and the Mama Bird. Again, no targets, but we'll be able to get onto him in a couple of turns. Especially if they come on close, that would be ideal. There's Apollo. Right, so Apollo is going to sprint on forward to get that accuracy bonus. Get into a closer range bracket? Ooh, that may not happen. In any event. So incendiary LRMs, activate Warlord. That'll be a 16% chance to hit. It's not great, but every little bit will help keep him sort of on the higher end of the heat spectrum, which is what we need. Oh, please tell me over here. Oh, it's only got 9 heat.
I hear you.
All right, T-Bone's Nova, also not a heat generator. I need to actually see him to do what I need to do to him.
Pedal to the metal.
No need to head up. Yeah. I remember to swap the MMLs to SRM Infernos. Oh yeah, absolutely. Once we get within a direct line of sight, I am absolutely going to swap them over to the SRM mode. And we are going to rip into him like the sun.
Nominal.
Thank you, Quellgod, for following. Glad to have you along for the ride. Hopefully, we are going to have an excellent time together as we basically try and beat the ever-living crap out of this mech. I do have shoot and scoot. Okay, good. So shoot. Hit him again with the plasma, which is lovely, and that'll shove him over the line. And now I'm going to fall back. We're going to fall back, and then we'll surge back over the cliff edge once things are reasonably safe. Whoosh. Okay, now if you want me, you got to come over this ridge. He apparently didn't want me. That's really disappointing, actually. Do I mean nothing to you? Apparently not. Really tempted to just preserve. Exodus. Not in a position to do anything. Reserve.
Roger.
T-Bone's up.
What can I do for you?
And so is Punisher. I'm going to move Punisher on forward because I don't think Punisher's going to have a shot this round.
Ready to run.
Because he's really kind of operating behind here. I'm willing to let him do that.
Commander.
Because if he, you know, hangs out behind there, I can surge over with all of my mechs and hopefully torch him to death.
Yeah.
So I don't want to cause too much damage because I don't want to have to make it so I can't get him.
Alright, full speed.
Keep flaming, hoping for a jack. Exactly. That'll be the plan. So that is indeed our goal. All right, R2 Cheetah, get back in there. So hi, I'm going to target your side because if I target your back, I may cause too much damage. I think he took care of all the heat.
Firing all weapons.
More plasma residues, more heat. Plus 90. Oh, wow. No, he did not take care of that heat.
Commander?
Okay, that's good. Hyper Cicada, we're going to move over here.
Location
We're going to brace. Because again, the goal is to get Apollo on target. Sprint. Oh, it's still an indirect fire.
Consider me
But
there.
we're in the next range bracket. I am out of incendiary LRMs. Right. Last incendiary LRMs. Plus 5 more heat. That did not do enough. The Mauler's going to move on 15. But next round, I think I can cook him.
Daniel.
With the Cougar, so we're providing multiple angles with which he has to keep in mind from. So the goal is to start surrounding him. Cut a bad two-way on us, more useful for AA working lore. Oh, what's hot? So have a melee quick draw with TSM. Hang on. Oh, he's shown his back to me now. I don't know what you're doing.
Ready for orders.
Alright, Disco Cat needs to mask off. Right. You're coming with me this round, buddy. You haven't realized it yet, but you're mine.
Shooting, just running. Got it.
Sensor lock on the Mauler. And again, we're not going to shoot because we want to take it intact.
Mess him up. Mess him up good.
And Ronan in the Hyper Cicada is not ready to go.
Waiting for the right move.
Jester's up. Time to shut you down, buddy. Time to shut you all the way down. This should do it. Got it! Okay. Next up.
I've got your back.
Everybody get in, not close, but get in a position where you're going to start freaking them out. We're going to go for full panic on this one. We have this mech fully handled. Apollo, how long until you have a direct line of sight, please? Oh, you have a direct line of sight. Lovely. Right. So, set this to Inferno. I'm not going to blast anything else at him. Just more fire. Target acquired, plus heat. And everybody else can wait.
Commander.
We have absolutely an opportunity to steal this mech. I want it. Walk up and punch him. I don't care that we're on fire. Now he knows. Beep. So some heat from fire, which is fine. And we'll move Lego on up. In fact, what Lego's gonna do, because I think you're full on armor, aren't you?
Throttle.
We're gonna target a leg. Cluster mode. Yes. Oh, she broke the gun. Alright, Exodus. Disco Cat. Get up in front of him.
On it. Locked on for physical
There we
attack.
go. Mech is on fire, but that's fine. That's part of the goal, in fact. And just keep running on forward.
Quick stepping in.
I can control this guy. He's not going to be able to get unheated. He did have MML7 tandem. What seemed unnecessary? The punching him? If I can knock him over, he's going to be even more panicky. So, we're just going to continue to keep the pressure on. First shot. Oh, first shot worth gun. Yeah. Dude, your heat is not under control. And it will never be under control.
Commander?
Hi, buddy. Headbutt.
How can I help?
You can continue to join in on sort of like... I'm not sure what to call this, but it's a bit of a rodeo. More damage coming on down. All of the damage. And here comes Jester. Time to figure out if this actually works.
Standing by.
And, come back to the guy I just activated Warlord on, please. Alright. Aim for the head.
Time to unload.
That works! It works!
Mission successful.
That's a 90-ton mauler sitting on the ground right there. In complete and perfect condition. So now, let us pray to our Jesus that he may bestow upon us the 2 additional parts that I can't actually mandatory salvage. So, yeah, this is this, oh, please, please let this work. This would be too huge. Alright. So what do you need? Weapons that are dedicated to psychological warfare. Good job. 185,000, which is pretty good. Very minimal damage on the entire lance. We'll be able to turn this around really fast. Mauler. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh wow, there was 2, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, we've got to get 2 more items in a list this long. Cross your fingers. Yes! It's ours. It's all ours. So, we got ourselves our first assault mech. Even grab the 2 HVACs. I'm not putting an HVAC on that mech. Absolutely not. Oh, but we still have a Clan XL engine. We still have a prototype or a radical double heatsink kit. We have some fairly decent sized. Oh, we're building a mauler, guys. We're building a mauler. Yep, Drixham's right. It works every time. Overheat it next turn, burn them again, and they bail out. Oh, we're gonna do that. That's everything we could have wanted. Yes, the plan worked. Punisher's getting a new mech. Oh, that's lovely. So we've moved up. We've moved up in the world a little bit. No more are we restricted to 55-ton mechs. No, sir. And neither are we going to waste our time with heavy mechs. Absolutely not. We're going to jump right up to the assault mechs. And not just the light assault mechs at 80 or 85 tons. No, 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 no. 90 or nothing, baby. That's where we are. Look, it's Steph a tricycle. Alrighty. That makes you feel good. That makes you feel more than good, let me tell you. Now, we're not actually going to be able to build it because we don't have the cash for it, but we're going to build it. So, Baze, hi. Yang, put together my brand new mauler.
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
Right. Oh, it's lovely. Show it to me. Show it to me in pieces. Where is it? There it is. Now that's a mech right there. That'll anchor a company for you. Here I've been sitting saying, you know what? Apollo's Vipers falling behind Howl's Harrows. They don't got a Warhammer, but you know what? They got themselves a mauler right now. Oh, look at it and be in awe. That Mauler. Yes, indeed. Did the heatsink kit survive? Let's go check it out. Let's go see what actually is still intact on this piece of junk. Actually, it's not a piece of junk, it's a guy. I feel like the giant glowing green cockpit is a ginormous target. See, you'd think that, but you would be wrong. So we managed to save some ammunition, which is something we and an X. This thing had an XL engine in it. What sort of idiot would do that? No, we're pulling that thing out right away. Oh, yes, 90 ton assault mech right there. Yes, we can. It has 4 ballistic, 4 energy, 2 missile. So it has some options, no support though. We're pulling that piece of crap out there right away. And if we're going to do an engine, we're going to throw in a Client XL. Because that'll be safe. Now, it doesn't have a fusion core right now. It normally has a 270. Let's see what kind of fusion cores I've got. I have a 250 or a 320. If I throw in a 320, we're dealing with a movement of 8 for 4. 8 4 on 3. 325 is 8 4 on 3. And a 250 is 6 4 on 2. I think I'll want the 320. But we may swap that out. We have 33 tons of weapons, and we haven't even pulled everything off of it just yet. So that goes away, that goes away, that goes away, and that goes away. That looks like a really big Griffin. Yeah, there are some similarities. Built by the Lyrian Commonwealth. You feel like the giant... holy shoulders. Well, we can do a few things with that for sure. Shame we all use all our clan double heatsink kits. Seems too fast for a 90 tonner. What, a movement of 3.5? I mean, that's Atlas speed, man. Alright, let's go grab a double heatsink kit. Because we have a heatsink kit. Oh no, it's a prototype heatsink kit. Right, forgot about that. Put that in there. So that'll give me a heat efficiency on 40 heat, but a minus 20% weapon heat. Was it not 4.7? No, the movement is 8.4, but that makes it a tabletop movement of 3. And since if it moves 3, it's a 5. So it's 8.4, which is not terrible. So we'll be able to move this thing quite quickly. Built-in armored cowl that survived. I don't know how any of this cockpit equipment survived. It got ejected. So we have a heatsink kit, which will handle that. That'll be a 20% reduction in actual temperature on the weapons themselves. And I don't think I want HVACs. They're only HVAC 10s, first of all. And high-velocity autocannons have problems. They have a automatic jam chance of 10%. Which actually, if I stop to think about it, that is better than a normal autocannon 10. I'm going to slowly lose 3 in RogueTech for 95 meters. This is 110, so yeah. So we're a little bit faster than Atlas. Oh yeah, I did say the double heatsink kit. Why would it? Duh. Thinking I had to replace it because Sprogue's complaining about my double heatsink kits. The difference is negligible. AC-20? I don't know if I have the tonnage for it. Well, I don't know if I have the ammunition for it. Ammo. Autocannon. Nope. UAC-20? 9 rounds? Nope. LBX. I got 3 tons of cluster. Gauss rifle. Ooh. Gauss rifle. You've got shoulder ballistics. I have that heavy Gauss rifle, right? I mean, that's an idea. A clan, or a heavy Gauss rifle right there for a lot of ton. Do HVACs do double damage as compared to the normal autocannon? No, they do have better penetration, I believe. So 50% plus increase in critical, but they do the same amount of damage. So they're not all that good. Tug is a BT streamer? Well, welcome, Tug. Glad to see you around, hanging around. We just managed to pick up our first 95-ton mauler, so ought to be an interesting thing to modify in there. We're not quite sure what we want to do with it just yet, but we are sort of working towards it. Thinking about a heavy Gauss rifle for it. So, heavy Gauss rifle might be a pretty decent amount of firepower. Still gives us a lot of weight for other things, such as PPCs, which if we wanted to go full Warhammer on this one, we absolutely could. I unfortunately don't have enough heavy large lasers to really mess with it, kind of like I want to. Getting popcorn. MMLs for the rest of it? That would be an interesting idea. MML 10s. I could fit on 2 of them. Currently we're screaming about what to do with it. Yes, we have a lot to figure out what we want to do with it. So if I were to do that, I would have an MML 20. That's honestly not all that much. So if we were to go around and try and do something like that, we'd pick Ooh, they're too big. Right, we can only get a single one on there. MRM-40? Yeah, I think DreamHack's got it. MRM-40 in the other shoulder. And then, unfortunately, I'm going to have to rip the ammunition off of the drop bear. It's 20 SRMs. Unfortunately, I don't have the room for it if we do that. So we are a tad limited on critical slots. So where is my ammunition? Go to MRMs. Right, I'm going to need, honestly, more than that. So 400 rounds of ammo is 10 rounds of shooting, which is a little bit light. Oh, there's incendiary ammo for... Throwing that crap in there right away. Not super happy about the standard MRM, but I may want to just rip it off of the side of the drop bear, because that would be a nice pickup. Speaking of hardened armor, ×2 armor points multiplier. Oh, baby. Minus 20% walking distance, minus 20% sprinting. Immune to through armor criticals. I'm a watcher on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I've set up all my gear on the tugboat today and test slobs, stream deck, sound, etc. to ensure all works. Congratulations. So yeah, once you get everything sort of sorted out, it can be a lot of fun. All right, so I think I kind of want to get a case 2 on there if I've got it. Do I have a case 2? That is the real question. Not you, but you. I have a single case 2. Okay, good. So we will move the heavy MRM, or that MRM ammo out of there. We'll move the case 2 in there. So if this explodes, it'll hit the case 2 and it'll stop, which is good. The hardened armor doubles our armor, though. Like, that's huge. So if I just throw in a single ton for case 2, I get double the armor. Which kind of seems more than worth it. So this will control all of this damage. We would prefer, of course, the ammunition not to explode. Is your tugboat name Tugboaty McTugboatface? Unfortunately, I don't think that'll actually fit in there. Anyone has probably asked for cash missions? Yeah, we're gonna have to take a couple of cash missions. Oh, I've got a single ton left. Ooh, I kind of wanted to back that up with just a whole bunch of medium lasers. 400 rounds ought to be enough. So what I could then do is come over to normal lasers. This is a very short range build, but it's a very slow build. Oh, this may not be an ideal solution because it's not all that quick. Okay, man. Armor? I don't know. How many rounds of shooting am I going to get through on this one? Alright, this thing ends up being useful at 10 rounds. So this may not be the way to go. We may want to go a little bit more into some other gun. Unfortunately, we just don't have any more autocannons. Got a single ton of HVAC ammo, which doesn't work out. I have 2 tons of normal AC and an AP ammo, and several tons of safe ammo. So we could slot more into AC-10s if I've got them, which I might... No, I've just got HVACs. And they take HVAC 10 ammo. Ultra 10. No normal AC-10. That's going to be difficult to work with. Oh no, I've got the Federated Suns ones. Right, minus 2 damage. Pull that out. Pull that out. Pull that out. We're going to see where we can get to if we want to go sort of in this old direction. Pretty amazing. Yeah, but it's only going to be for 10 rounds, which is really short range. What's our heat at? Our heat was at basically nothing. We have a double heatsink kit, and the only thing that actually generated any sort of heat was the MRM. Got any mask? We could, but mask on an assault mech is just not all that great. 2 AC-10 Federated? Yeah, we got those. Let's see. We don't have any AC-10. Well, we have an Ultra AC-10. We have an Ultra AC-20. Don't have 2 Rack 5s like the other campaign. Yeah, that's going to be a really interesting thing to try and lock down. I would love to do something like this, because we've got the free tonnage for that, no problem. And then we could have a lot of fun. The problem is I just don't have any Gauss rifle ammo to do it. UAC-20? I'm not super huge into the... I kind of really like the idea of the twin Gauss rifle, because twin Gauss rifle allows me to stand off at range, so as I'm trying to get into the fight, we've got some. And then we've still got 13 tons remaining. We'd need 4 tons for ammunition, so we'd have 9 tons remaining for other gear, which we could fill out with... We could fill out with MMLs, actually. So if we then came over into weapon SRM, we take our risk MMLs, slot there, slot there. So 4 and 2 gives me 1 more ton. We throw on a 1-ton electronic countermeasure system. I don't have any clan versions of that. That really kind of sucks. Warfare Suite is 3 tons, which I don't want to use. The Angel ACM is 2 tons. PC critical. Yeah, what else I think is Steel ammo off the Lego? It's only a single ton, though. That's our problem. So I need 4 tons at least in order to get this thing going. So, could I run it on a single ton? No, I'd need 2 tons of ammunition for the risk MMLs, for sure. And I could put in probably SRMs. Probably Inferno SRMs for 1 ton and normal SRMs for the other ton. We'll be able to rip through either one, sort of as we go. Which we cast a probe? Beagle active probe would weigh 1 ton. Yeah, we have a clan version of that, don't we? Active clan probe. Yeah, right there. And we'd also want to improve the cockpit for sure. Do I have a Gauss cockpit? That's a gut support. I don't need that. Sensor tracker at long range. Armored cowl I think we'll rip out because I don't think we're going to want it. Enhanced imaging, absolutely. Ooh, got to pull the Beagle out. Give me an enhanced imaging cockpit for that one. And he's got an advanced targeting computer. I think we're going to rip that out for a ballistic instead. Because I don't have a Gauss targeting rifle. So -1 recoil and +1 ballistic accuracy. So that locks me out. I could pick up a gut support A, but I don't really see the point of it. So that would give us quite the fire support mech right there. I really kind of like it. So 4 tons plus 2 tons per, so we're just missing the ammunition, which I still have I have the ammunition for the Infernos. Yeah, so I got a ton of Inferno and a ton of SRM ammo. So now I just need 4 tons of Gauss ammo. Rack or UAC 5+. Unfortunately, we're running into the exact same problem. We just don't have any ammunition for any of that. No, I actually have ammo for the UAC.
Phenomenal.
Thank you, Guyver074, for following. Glad to have you along with us as we try and build some sort of build desperately. We're just not in the market of currently having a whole lot of ballistics. We've always gotten rid of them because they just weren't all that useful to us until now. And now we are the dumb because we did not have all that we needed. Need case for the ammo, one way or another? I don't think so. I think we'll be fine on that one. Because at the end of the day, its case is only going to be needed if we take a penetrating hit on the arm. We're going to be burning through the missile ammo so fast. Because we're going through each one of these every 5 rounds. Zintar X1, thank you for the follow. Glad to have you along for the ride. Did you get a notification from me today? I did not. Unless it just flashed up just now, and I may have missed it. But if you followed, then thank you as well, Tug Bobo, for the follow. AC-10 for now in place of Gus. Well, this is going to take us a month to build, and we're not even going to be able to start the build just yet. So we're kind of sketching it for now. You're totally... Sprog, we're going to go through each one of these bins in 5 rounds. So that's really not a problem. Like, you have no idea how fast that this is going to go through, apparently, because we're going to burn through these quick. So, I think this is alright, although it's kind of a bombard, which might be a little bit light. 3 million fit mech. Oh yeah, we're sketching at this point. We're not actually building the mech. And maybe even going super heavy ballistic in the arms isn't even a direction we want to go in. It'd be nice to kind of go UAC... Well, no, UAC 5s are kind of... Like, this would be interesting. Don't get me wrong. This would be fascinating. And we can actually do this. We have the tonnage in this mech to go twin Ultra AC-20. But yeah, we're going to have to take some time in order to actually just build the mech in general. So first things first, we got to reset it because we can't do anything until we fix it. Oh yeah, we do have a gyro. That'll give me a couple more tons. So what I want to do is I'm going to refit the Mauler and we're just going to patch it. We're going to rip everything. We're just going to patch everything on it and see how much that's going to do for me. 20 days, 223,000. Let me guess, it's the XL engine that's going to kill me on this one, isn't it? Engine, XL clan. Yeah, instant 3 million seagulls. Right, so we will slot in the core. It's a 320 radiant fusion core. 500,000 C-bills. And that'll tee us up. Pull that out, put that out. Get a gyro in there. We'll try and fix it for about 1 million. Twin UAC 20s. Oh yeah, I want to do that. You have no idea how much I want to do that, but unfortunately I can't yet. Soon, maybe. So if we do something like that, we're just going to get ready for us as we move. So ferrofibros, this is of course case enabled, and this is not, but this is double armor, which is huge. Can't do that, and we could in the Beagle Probe, oh no, the Clan Beagle Probe. That'll fit perfectly on in there, and we'll modify the cockpit to be the ballistic targeting computer, because we are going to go heavy ballistic on it. DNI. Oh, whoops, not the DNI. Give me the ballistic, the enhanced imaging, and the sensor tracker, which gives them a built-in ECM system already. Hyper laser and heavy gas. Yeah, because we're suicidal. No, thank you. Are there any advantages to caseless ammo? Caseless gives you more, but it does less. It has a 15% jam chance added on. I don't think we're actually low on slots. I think we're doing pretty good on slots. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't swapped out the Endo Steel. We're not low on slots and we're being perfectly fine. The issue we were running into with trying to fit the 2 MMLs on top of the Heavy Gauss Rifle was that the Clan XL engine takes up 2 slots. The Heavy Gauss Rifle takes up a whole ton of slots, so there were only 2 slots left. And the Risk MMLs are huge. So that's why that ended up happening. Was there anything else we needed to modify aside from, of course, the guns? Can I fit in the guns for cheap? If I can modify this thing in for 500,000 Seabills, I'm going to do that. Oh, we might be able to modify this thing in for 500,000 Seabills. Excellent. I'm not going to be able to fully do it just because the MMLs, I can't fit everything in here until I get that XL engine in here. So I will cram in one of my MMLs. And that maxes me out on tonnage for now. Armored call to another mech? I've already pulled it off. But yeah, we're not going to use it. So we've swapped out the armored cowl in place of the enhanced imaging cockpit for the additional gunnery and piloting it's going to give us. No reason to go. First of all, it kind of sets up the build so I remember what it's going to be, because this is going to be 30 days before we even get it. So I feel perfectly fine doing this. Don't forget to install it with the armored cowl plus. If we find a place to put it on, sure, but it weighs a ton. Alrighty, so that should be a Mauler pretty much designed. We may come back and tweak it and modify it. It costs 0 to pull things off. One of the reasons why I don't want to leave the arms bare is because that looks kind of dumb, so I'd like to have like Gauss rifles or something on there. A pair of twin UAC-20s, that would be too good. If I can find it, I'm doing it. But I need another UAC-20 and I need like 3-4 tons of ammunition for it. And then that would be just a monster of a mech. If we find a slightly smaller fusion core, I'll probably throw that in there as well. I think we need like a 275 or 280 in order to run this thing at that same speed and get all the weight savings, so we'll be on the lookout. But yeah, definitely going to be on the lookout for more ammunition. We do need to take a mission for cash sometime soon. And our pilots need only a couple of days of rest and relaxation. So one. Clan Jade Falcon likes me. One more day. Stop. One more day on Ronan, but I think I can leave Ronan. Yeah, Ronan's going to be on the beach again because we're going to have Coach back. All right, folks. I think that's it. We've been streaming for 3 hours, which is a little bit longer than we normally do. Normally we try and keep it down to around 2, but that Mauler was well worth it. Ally with Jade Falcon. I kind of want to, but then also Drixon's mentioned that he wants us to go ally with Clan Wolf because, you know, he's a big of a fan of the Wolf. So we're going to have to definitely keep an eye out for that, figure out which direction we want to move in. 4 days the just oh, come on. We are only 500,000 Seabills behind on this one. We're fine. We're better than 5. We have gone back from 1.5 million Seabill deficit before. But yeah, we're going to end tonight. I think we had a really great time all together. Everything got done quite nicely. Managed to pick up a 90-ton Mauler, which is going to be amazing for us to mess around with. I'm excited to see it actually in action. It's probably going to take a while for it to actually get in action. Yeah, we'll fix the Lego, don't worry. The Lego needs a bit of a patch job, but it's not going to be on this mission for various reasons. Let's go check out CC things. Striel, thank you for the follow. By the way, if you happen to be in the place and you're looking for, and you haven't followed yet, maybe think about following so that we can actually continue to grow and share the video. Oh, I see a friend online, folks. Everybody remembers Bloody Doves, right? Well, he happens to be playing, so I think we may want to raid him a bit. So once I get past the commercial that is no doubt going to ask me to actually look through, let's get ready for a bit of a raid. We're going to go say hi. Raid Bloody Doves. Of course, the Terminator commercial is here to stay, so I'm going to have to wait a little bit for that one. But yeah, we're going to get ready to raid Bloody Doves. Hopefully he will enjoy it. After all, we love seeing him around. He is a friend of the channel at this point, no doubt. We've raided him a couple of times in the past. Good friends with Shade. In fact, the Templar was first featured over our Bloody Doves channel. All right. It's about 7 seconds before the Terminator commercial is over. So, all right, folks, let's get ready to load up. We got a whole bunch of people about to drop down on him. 3, 2, 1, rock and roll.
Impressive.
T-Rex with the 22-man raid. Hello, T-Rex. How you doing? Raid is always welcome and appreciated, my friend. Much surprised. Thank you. Glad he didn't come at the start of stream because he would have seen me very tilted. How was everyone? How was your stream, buddy? Nice. I'm glad to hear it, buddy. I'm glad to hear it, man. We're just killing off a campaign flashpoint real quick. You picked up a Mauler. Nice. Ah, sadness. Maulers are good, though. Maulers are a very strong mix. They look great, too. We still don't have an assault in this playthrough. No assaults yet. Haven't found one. We almost got a king crab last stream, but not today. We're just beating up on this flashpoint to get it over with. We're gonna go to something a little more interesting.